Severe storms after an earlier line caused a lot of damage in Cedartown. Take a look at this damage you see here. Several trees and power lines down on roads and houses. Polk County Schools is already closed tomorrow because of damage all across the area. 11 Alive storm tracker Ansley Smith captured this video of the probable tornado as it went through the Kingston area. This video was taken on New Harley Road nearby. We're going to have much more from Cedartown coming up in just a bit, but first let's get you right to our chief meteorologist Chris Holcomb for the very latest on those storms. Chris.
Yeah, Aisha, we're still tracking storms moving through the area, and we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for these counties just to the north of us here in Atlanta. So far, this storm is producing some some damaging wind, 60-mile-an-hour winds, some small hail possible with this, and also some very heavy rain moving through too. The warning is for these counties that you see just in northern Fulton County, Cherokee County, also back into parts of Bartow County where we have this warning in effect, and Paulding County as well. It's going to be in effect until 8:30. Earlier, we did see some weak rotation along with this, but that rotation is more aloft and not reaching the ground, so they have not issued a tornado warning out of this, but it is possible we could see a tornado warning issued if that rotation starts to come down here. Plenty of very heavy rain and thunder and lightning. That heaviest activity is right there along I-75 in those parts of Bartow County. This is where we're watching that potential for some weak rotation right now. Again, the National Weather Service is thinking this is mainly aloft, and let me just see, we just got an alert here and to make sure we don't have anything new that just came in from them. No, so we're all still good with the severe thunderstorm warning here in parts of North Georgia. Again, Bartow County, Cherokee County, extreme northern parts of Paulding County, and also extending into extreme parts of northern Fulton County too. We'll keep an eye on this as it moves over to the east. The main threats right now, the very heavy rain, thunder, lightning, some small hail is possible with that too. Continuing to track more storms coming out of Alabama. It's been really interesting over there. They have had numerous touchdowns of tornadoes, numerous reports of damage. As these storms are moving in closer to us, we had a really big time tornado warning south of Birmingham near Columbiana in Alabama that was termed as a potentially catastrophic storm. Luckily, as that moved up toward the north and east, it has weakened, but we have to watch these storms moving in. At any time, we could see additional rotation developing from those. Here's a live look in Rome right now, showing the rain that's coming down. The lens has water droplets on it. That's why those lights look kind of diffused right here, but plenty of rain still coming into parts of northwest Georgia. We also have a new tornado watch in effect that does include Metro Atlanta. Meteorologist Samantha Moore joins us now with that.
Yeah, we've been anticipating this, Chris. The Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, expanding the counties of coverage here in our tornado watch, and that'll be in through the early morning hours until 2 a.m. It does include the Metro Atlanta area, stretching down to Harris County, over to Henry County, and then over towards Clark Oconee. So pretty much most of our viewing area being impacted by this expanded tornado watch. And what that means is as you go to bed tonight, you need to be prepared for to seek safe shelter if there's a warning in your neighborhood. So you need a way to be awakened. The 11 Alive app is a way to do that, because if a warning sounds, you want to be in the lowest level of your home away from any windows in the interior space of your home. So that threat of tornadoes is very real for us tonight. Moderate threat. We also have a threat for high winds. We've had a lot of trees down across North Georgia, and with the continued heavy rain, there'll likely be more trees coming down. We also have that moderate threat for flooding and a flash flood warning in place, and that is in place in through the late evening hours here. They've had incredible rainfall rates here across Rome and in through Floyd County and all across North Georgia, so northwest Georgia particularly. So Chris, this is a really wet system, and we'll likely see more flooding rain to come.
Yeah, because additional rain showers, storms are coming in. We're watching our tornado environment as well. This is our forecast track showing that. Now, what I want you to notice here, where you see the oranges and yellows, that's where the tornado environment is a little more elevated. This isn't a guarantee of where you're going to see a tornado, but this is just showing us where our atmosphere is more conducive for the potential for rotation in some of those storms that develop. So you can see here now over into western parts of Georgia and into Alabama as we get to around the 10:30 time frame. The environment is going to be have the potential for any of those storms to produce some rotation that swings through during the early morning hours after midnight through about 4 o'clock. Most of that is going to be well off to the east of us, and the storm thunderstorm threat will be diminishing overnight, and that tornado threat is going to go down. Another thing we're watching, of course, is the rain that's going to be pushing through. This is tonight at 10:30, where we see more of those areas of rain. Any bit of this orange or red that you see here in those isolated cells, we could have damaging wind or any tornadoes with that. That continues to sweep through even at 2 o'clock. More of those storms on the west side moving through metro Atlanta. In those early morning hours tomorrow, we're thinking everything's going to be pushing off to the east of us and will be improving here by the overnight hours and toward tomorrow morning with that storm threat diminishing. Stay with us. We're continuing to track these storms. I'm really keeping a close eye on that one that has prompted the severe thunderstorm warnings up into parts of Cherokee County to see if any of that rotation decides to ramp back up. We'll have more for you coming up.
All right, thanks, Chris and Sam. Another area in the thick of it tonight, Bartow County. That's where we find our Hope Ford. Hope, what can you tell us right now?
Yeah, that's right. So we're in Cartersville right now, and the wind and the rain is it's actually kind of making some of my my listening devices that I have on here kind of pop in and out with just all of the rain and the wind that's happening right now. And this is probably the strongest that we've seen it in the last couple of hours. It has been lightning and thundering out here for the last really hour straight. I've kind of lost count of the amount of lightning strikes that have hit. But this wind and this rain is really starting to pick up. We're actually under an overhang right now to get a little bit of protection from all of that lightning, thundering, and rain. And we're still kind of getting drenched right now because this is definitely the hardest that we've seen in the last couple of hours. Luckily, we haven't heard or seen of any damage in the Cartersville area. We've driven up and down several roads here. We haven't seen any trees down. It seems that intersections are still working, but things are definitely starting to pick up right here. We're not seeing too many people starting to drive around on those roads as that lightning and thundering has just continued over the past hour, and as it's really starting with that rain and that wind right now, as you can kind of see right now. Actually, we're trying to kind of hold our camera equipment down right now because that's how strong the wind is kind of pushing everything right now. So this is what it has been for really just the last couple of minutes. This is the strongest that we've seen so far, and we're going to stay out here and continue to monitor. Hopefully we won't see any damage from any of this rain or wind out here in Cartersville tonight.
All right, Hope, thank you. So the damage to the west of us even worse. This is new video just in from near Birmingham. You can see the storms tearing homes apart. Trees and power lines are also down, leaving thousands without power right now. The NBC affiliate there reporting 3 people were killed and 2 hurt as a tornado touched down in Calhoun. Stay connected to severe weather coverage and get important warnings and alerts with the 11 Alive app. All you have to do is tap on the gear icon in the upper right, select notification settings, and then make sure severe weather alerts are toggled on. You can also choose to receive only the most critical warnings or all advisories, watches, and warnings. Of course, make sure you also allow the notification settings to be turned on in your device. The 11 Alive storm trackers are here to prepare you, not to scare you. All you have to do is download the 11 Alive app. Another big headline we are following for you tonight. Breaking: Governor Kemp has signed a controversial election bill. He signed Senate Bill 202 less than half an hour ago. It includes provisions that would add new restrictions on voting by mail and gives a legislator greater control over how elections are run.
With Senate Bill 202, Georgia will take another step toward ensuring our elections are secure, accessible, and fair.
So the 95-page bill requires an ID number like a driver's license to apply for an absentee ballot. It cuts off absentee ballot applications 11 days before an election. It limits the number of absentee ballot drop boxes and allows the state to take control of what it calls underperforming local election systems. Democrats and voting rights groups complain the bill would disproportionately disenfranchise voters of color. House Democratic leader James Beverly told our Doug Richards, quote, "It was a terrible day and a bunch of lies were told." Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom is not holding back either, tweeting shortly after the governor's statement. She says, quote, "The passage of SB 202 is deeply disappointing. This divisive bill is unnecessary and is designed to suppress voter turnout in communities of color and other minority groups. It is shameless to change the rules of the game simply because you lost." There were a couple of hiccups as the state expanded eligibility today for the COVID-19 vaccine. As of midnight, anyone 16 or older can now get a shot. That amounts to about 8 million people in Georgia, or roughly 80% of the population. Caitlin Ross shows us what it was like as people tried to book an appointment today.
It was the first thing I saw in my inbox this morning. I'm now eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine. I pre-registered with the state about a month ago, and this morning they sent me the link to register automatically.
Went on, applied. They emailed me pretty much within a day and 2 days. I got in early.
Evan Fonts was excited to come down to the mass vaccination site at Mercedes-Benz Stadium today. He says getting a shot gave him hope.
I mean, it was extremely important. You know, last year was, rough for us all. I had to leave what I was doing in my profession, and it's kind of like a wave of relief.
But it caused frustration for a lot of people trying to sign up for the vaccine this morning. While every Georgian 16 and up became eligible for the vaccine at midnight, the state's website to book appointments didn't update eligibility at the strike of 12, so people who stayed up late initially couldn't sign up. By 7 a.m., the site had updated to allow anyone 16 and over to book an appointment. Others say they had to hit refresh over and over and over again on the websites. Kroger, Walgreens, and Walmart all advise people to keep checking back on their sites as vaccine appointments are updated every couple hours. Faust says he thought going through the state's mass vaccination site was easiest.
Apply now, I'm telling my friends to apply now. They're getting an email within 1 or 2 days and they're getting an appointment.
Faust says inside the lines were long, but the process was efficient. He thought it was clean and everyone had a mask on. While he was able to get an appointment quickly, he says dedicating time to make it was worth the wait.
I've got a mother who I want to see, and, I'm doing it for her.
Now, we want to make sure that you're getting your vaccine questions answered around the clock. We can send resources straight to your phone. Just text the word vaccine to 404-885-7600. A warrant revealing what police reportedly found after someone called 911 to report an armed man inside the Atlantic Station Publix. Atlanta police tell us today the man had 6 guns and was wearing body armor. How scary does that sound? 11 Alive's Brittany Klein-Peter walks us through the warrant and the charges the man is now facing.
We are waiving our first appearance. Understand that there will be a no bond.
The man accused of bringing 6 guns inside the Atlantic Station Publix waived his first court appearance today. A warrant released today offering new insight into what allegedly happened, describing the 22-year-old as carrying a black guitar bag into the store and going into the men's room where he put on ballistic rifle plates, placed a black jacket with magazine pouches over body armor, armed himself with 3 pistols and a revolver, and the warrant indicates a witness saw him in the bathroom and became in fear of his life and ran out to alert store security. The warrant describes police as confronting the man as he exited the bathroom and taking him into custody. APD releasing this photo this morning of the guns they said they found on him, along with a shotgun, AR-15, and black ski mask they say were inside the guitar bag. Publix releasing a statement saying no one was hurt and everyone exited the store safely, but people we spoke with last night near the store were still shaken.
Makes me feel like you have to keep your eyes open at all times and just be cautious of what's going on around you.
APD initially said the man was taken to Grady for a mental health evaluation and then taken into custody. He's now facing 6 charges of possession of a firearm during commission or attempt to commit certain felonies, and 5 counts of criminal attempt to commit aggravated assault.
So to come here on Primetime, the state troopers who acted quickly and arrested the man charged in the Metro Atlanta spa shootings, sharing what it was like to get him off the streets. Next.
Morning Rush weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up. Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need.
With all the energy of your morning coffee. Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning.
It's an active, severe weather day, and we are here to keep you and your family safe. Let's get you back to Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb tracking another line of storms tonight.
Yeah, good coverage of very heavy rain over North Georgia, where we have flooding in some spots with the heavy rain that's moving through. The flash flood watch that's in effect. Numerous areas are in a flash flood warning as well. We still have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect that includes parts of North Fulton County, also Cherokee County, back into Bartow County. Northern Paulding was in this earlier. They've taken that out. It was just a really small part of that, and the worst of that threat has moved over mainly over Cherokee County, where this is still going to be in effect until 8:30 tonight. And we're watching trends that it looks like it is weakening somewhat as it moves on over to the east. We have had some spots of some weak rotation. If you'll notice here, the lightning count, see how intense that lightning was in Bartow County? Now that that's coming over into Cherokee County, not as much lightning in association with it. We've been watching just a really weak area of rotation that's indicated right here at the county line between Cartersville and Canton. This is not strong enough rotation in order for the National Weather Service to issue a tornado warning, but this just kind of goes to show we're keeping an eye on that just in case that starts to ramp up a little bit, but we do think the trend is going to be for it to weaken as it moves over to the east. Now we're watching more storms coming out of Alabama. Look at this, a line coming into Cedartown, moving through parts of Polk County here into areas of Haralson County, Carroll County, coming out of Randolph County. And look at all of this around I-20 and northward near Anniston, about to move into Cleveland County. Plenty of lightning in association with this, and it's going to be a lot of thunder and lightning pushing into West Georgia in just a little while with more of that heavy rain. We're also watching a couple little spots there of potential rotation pushing into Cleveland County, Alabama. Again, not strong enough or tight enough for them to issue a tornado warning for that, but we'll keep an eye on that too as it crosses over the state line into Georgia. We hope the trend will be that these storms will weaken moving in, but check out all of the lightning here, including North Georgia and all of this back into along I-20 and north of that into Alabama. We've got about 343 lightning strikes, and again, that's over a large area of North Georgia and over into Alabama. We'll continue to watch that lightning count as those storms move back over into our area. The good news is we had tornado warnings that have expired in Alabama. Nothing new reissued there. We do have some of these storms that we're watching with that weak rotation possible on the north side. I'm going to widen out just a little bit more here so you guys can see the additional storms, though, that we're keeping an eye on over in western Alabama near the Mississippi line. Additional severe thunderstorm warnings there, and even some tornado warnings. We'll keep an eye on these as they get closer to us to see if they'll hold together to trigger any more warnings for us later on tonight. We do have a lot of areas where we do have those severe weather risks. Meteorologist Samantha Moore joins us now with those guidelines.
Yeah, I think Storm Prediction Center was pretty spot on with where they expected to see the most organized severe storms, like the long track tornadoes we've seen coming out of Alabama. That's where we had a high risk, and we still have a high risk at this hour across much of Alabama. And then right over the Georgia line, we have that level 4 risk, which of course some of these tornadoes have kind of held together as they worked their way into Floyd County and Paulding County this evening. So still we have that level 4 risk here and level 3 risk across the Northwest Metro and across the city of Atlanta and Fulton County. We have that level 2 risk with a level 1 risk. to our east. So what that means is the higher your number, with 5 being the highest that there is, the greater the organization and the more long-lived the event can be, like the long track tornadoes we've seen coming out of Alabama. So we have that extended tornado watch now until 2 a.m. that extends all of these counties down to Harris County, over to Henry County, over to Clark County, and northward here. So most of the Atlanta Metro viewing area, well, all of the Atlanta Metro viewing area is under this tornado watch into the early morning hours. So you need a way to be awakened if there's a tornado warning in your area, because we're not out of the woods yet. We still have that main line that's going to push through along with that frontal boundary. So along with that threat, we also have our flood threat across northwest Georgia. We have had incredible rainfall here, flash flood warning in place across much of northwest Georgia here, of course, including Rome, including Cedartown, including Dalton, Blairsville, as we head into the late evening hours and early morning as well. Look at some of these rainfall amounts. I mean, I just queried this, Chris. This is pretty incredible to see over 5 inches in some of these areas in Chattooga County and in Floyd County. We're definitely seeing some very heavy rain here, and this is going to be one of our greatest impacts tonight, is this incredible heavy rain.
Yeah, Sam, I'm just getting information in from the emergency manager in Floyd County right now, saying that Floyd County has begun to experience significant flooding on several roadways and residential homes, several trees falling on power lines, and some damage there. So that is what we're going to have to continue to watch. We have a new update for the severe thunderstorm warning. Now just for Cherokee County, Bartow County, and North Fulton County are no longer in that warning. That's just now coming in. Now here's our forecast track. Let's take a look at this on the bigger picture, because I want to show you what we're watching with our future radar for the rest of the nighttime hours. You see those storms on the north side, more of those coming in from the west by 10 o'clock. That cluster of storms will be over from Metro Atlanta up to I-85 and 985 corridor. You see at the bottom of the screen here, we have a QR code right here. We would love for you to get out your camera on your phone and point it at that QR code. You don't have to actually take a picture, just point it at that QR code, and you'll see instructions on how to download our weather app. That'll pop up there on your screen. You can enable alerts to alert you whenever any warnings are issued for your area, and there is a chance tonight that we might have some additional warnings to come through this evening. Any one of these cells could have not only heavy rain damaging with them, wind with them, but also the potential for tornadoes. We do think that by overnight, 2 to 4 in the morning, we'll watch the back edge of this move on through here, and things should be weaker by then as everything moves on out of our area tonight. And then tomorrow morning, when most people are getting up, getting out to go to work, things are going to be a lot quieter for us during the day on Friday, with that severe weather threat diminishing overnight. 76 for a high tomorrow. Still the potential for a few scattered showers and thunder showers around on the south side. Saturday, a 50% chance for rain. Look how warm it's going to get, up to 80 degrees. 71 on Sunday with a few showers and storms around. Clearing on Monday. That looks like the best day, a little cooler at 67. And then rain chances coming back, 20% Tuesday, 30% Wednesday, and Thursday, with cooler air by the end of the week. Stay with us. We have more to come.
Fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee. Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. The storm trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just...
We're hearing for the first time from the sheriff and state troopers who helped capture the suspect in the Metro Atlanta spa shootings that killed 8 people. Paula Soro is sharing their perspectives tonight.
I think it's safe to say that we all had a healthy amount of fear. Our discipline that we get from training kicked in.
Adrenaline kicking in too as Georgia state troopers and Crisp County deputies searched for mass homicide suspect Robert Aaron Long. They say they tracked his every move on his cell phone thanks to cooperation from his parents and noticed he was driving south on I-75 headed towards Florida.
We wanted to not give him the opportunity to hurt anyone else.
Trooper First Class Travis Pollock says he spotted the suspect and his car as he sat in the median, shining his car's lights towards the interstate. That's when GSP Corporal Alan Parker says he believes Long first noticed he was being chased.
He began to slow his speed, failed to maintain his lane, pretty much going lane to lane. So that tells us he was looking at his mirror and he kind of probably knew what was going on there.
To avoid a pursuit, Trooper Pollock says he used a pit maneuver on Long's vehicle, forcing him to stop.
I think it was very good the way we done it. Took the suspect by surprise.
With traffic stopped a couple hundred feet back, Corporal Parker then pulled up next to Long and ordered him to show his hands. He says Long didn't respond for 30 to 45 seconds.
It seemed like a long time that evening, being in the act of or in the situation.
Parker says Long cooperated and he was able to handcuff and search him, finding a handgun magazine that appeared to be loaded in his left pocket, a foldable knife in the right, and his wallet in the back pocket. And inside Long's vehicle on the passenger seat, next to where he had been seconds before, authorities say they discovered a gun, the suspected murder weapon.
I was grateful that none of the deputies, nor myself or the other troopers, was injured.
And as we head to break tonight, another look at the radar right now as more storms move into the metro. As you can see, a lot of activity that we are following for you closely. We have the storm trackers in the house tonight. We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb and the meteorologist Samantha Moore coming up after the break. Stay with us.
To download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. The storm trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of
We're following another round of severe weather moving into the metro right now. Let's get you right over to our meteorologist team. They are all clamoring tonight, watching what's going on. Chris, you brought in backup, and it is necessary indeed.
Oh, yes. Samantha Moore is here. Also, Melissa Nord is here. We are socially distancing, though, as we are covering this weather here with these storms moving on through. A bit of good news right now, that storm system that we were talking about that prompted the severe thunderstorm warning up in parts of Cherokee County, it did expire at 8:30, and they're not extending that over into any additional counties right now. So that's some really good news. It was exhibiting some rotation a little bit earlier, not strong enough though for us to have any tornado warnings, but it was showing some rotation there. The lightning count has come down, and that was showing us over the last hour. We were noticing that this storm system is most likely weakening. I do want folks in Dawson County, also into parts of Forsyth County, over into Hall County. We're keeping an eye on this though, because it's going to have some heavy rain with it and thunder and lightning moving over to the east. But the good news is no additional extension or expansion of a severe thunderstorm warning there on the north side. We were watching a little bit of rotation. It's kind of broad, very weak. Again, not enough to trigger a tornado warning. Here's another batch of showers and storms that are moving into West Georgia. Look at this around Cedartown in Polk County, also Haralson County, Carroll County, heavy rain. But check out all of this lightning here that extends back into Alabama over toward Anniston, pretty much just to the north of I-20. I'm going to do a quick lightning track on this right now, or a lightning count. Just on this part right here, with all that lightning that's coming into northwest Georgia, about 229 lightning strikes just on this part right here. So the sky is really lightening up out there in parts of Alabama, moving into West Georgia. You're most likely hearing a lot of that thunder and lightning there too. We've been watching a couple of spots in Cleburne County where we could see just some little bits of weak rotation. Again, nothing strong enough there to trigger any new tornado warnings. And now we told you about the 200+ lightning strikes there, but then elsewhere around North Georgia with these lightning strikes here and up to the north and east, we've got about 343 lightning strikes in the past little while. Here's a look at that next band coming into Cleburne, Randolph, more storms back into Alabama. Some of those back there are triggering new severe thunderstorm warnings south of Alabama, but at this point, I'm gonna go back to this right now. At this point, we do not have any additional tornado warnings here in the close proximity to us. Here, we'll see this back here. And even those in West Alabama that you see right here, these had some tornado warnings with them coming out of Mississippi. Right now, no additional tornado warnings there, but we still have a lot to watch through the evening hours. Not only this, but the front is still out to the west here in Mississippi. And until that passes through, that's not until we think that everything's going to start dying down a little bit more. Samantha Moore has been tracking those impacts and the main threats, but let me get to this video first. Let me show you what we're watching here from the storms. This is from Polk County near Cedartown. We have numerous reports of trees down, power outages, structural damage there we had a tornado warning there when these storms came through. This is not a confirmed tornado, but a lot of damage stretching through much of Polk County, and it's because of that the school system there, Polk County Schools, closed tomorrow on Friday because of all the damage with the trees blocking some roads and the power outages there too. So Sam, these are some of the impacts that we've been seeing already, and we still have to brace ourselves for the potential for more.
Yeah, with all the heavy rain we've had across northwest Georgia, when we get these gusty winds in here, we'll likely see more trees coming down. On top of that, tornado risk. So we have a high risk of damaging winds yet tonight, a moderate risk of tornadoes still. As we head into the evening, we have that tornado watch in place until 2 a.m. And we also have that flood risk, which continues to be pretty astounding here. So there's that tornado watch. It includes all the counties here across North Georgia in our viewing area, or most of the counties anyway. Stretching down towards Harris County, there's Troop LaGrange, where LaGrange is, Meriwether over to Henry County, up to Clark County, and then to the north here as well. So this is going to be until the early morning hours where we're going to have to watch for potential tornadoes. And look at the rainfall they have had. Incredible rainfall rates here. Many reports of flooding across Chattooga County, into Floyd County, into Pickens County. We're definitely seeing that very heavy rain move in. It's going to continue to move in because that line, that fire hose of water is just aimed across northwest Georgia, where we have those flash flood warnings in place right now where flooding is imminent. And here's an early picture from this evening where in East Calhoun, Carolyn Hill had this, posted this picture of all that flooding rain and a flood watch across much of North Georgia. So flooding, Chris, I know tornadoes get our attention quicker, but flooding is more deadly than, it kills more people annually than severe weather does.
And that's going to be what's going to be more widespread tonight. It's going to be the flooding is more widespread, except for instead of the tornado risk that's going to be going through our area later on tonight. Here's what we're watching with our future radar product, where we have during the nighttime hours tonight this evening, those storms on the north side. Watch this line moving through the metro Atlanta area. This is between 9, 10 o'clock tonight. Also out to the west, we have those storms coming in from Alabama. The trend is that they'll be weakening as they move over to the east, and that storm threat still 11 o'clock, midnight. Any one of these individual cells could have rotation along with it as everything moves on off to the east and then weakens. This is at 4 in the morning. Things are going to be a lot quieter early in the morning when Chesley is here with you, and then we're going to be focusing our attention on any damage left behind or any flooding that is still occurring there from the heavy rains moving on through. Stay with us. We're going to keep watching this for you and keeping an eye on any of those little cells that have any weak circulation with it. We'll have more on that for you coming up.
All right, thank you, Chris and Sam. Stay connected to severe weather coverage and get important warnings and alerts with the 11 Alive app. Simply tap on the gear icon right there in the upper right. Select notification settings, then make sure severe weather alerts are toggled on. You can also choose to receive only the most critical warnings or all advisories, watches, and warnings. Of course, make sure you allow notifications in your device's settings. The 11 Alive storm trackers are here to prepare you, not scare you. We want you to know what's going on where you live. All you have to do is download the 11 Alive app. Well, we're not seeing much change in COVID-19 numbers in Georgia today. The state reported 1,100 new cases today. That's nearly 200 cases more than our weekly average. But today was also the first time in 6 days the state wasn't testing below its daily average. Right now, Georgia's test positivity rate is 5.5%. The number of Georgians seeking care for COVID also remains steady for the 9th day in a row. More than 1,200 active patients are in our hospitals. 79 more people in Georgia have died from COVID since yesterday. We've added 191 names to our list of fatalities since Monday. So throughout the pandemic, children have spent a lot more time on devices, either for virtual school or social activities or while their parents are working. But that increased screen time also increases risk for cyberbullying. Mandy Gaither has more on the signs to watch out for.
From virtual learning to social media, children and teens are surrounded by technology, especially during the pandemic, and it's not always a good thing.
There's no escape from cyberbullying because it follows you home, because your technology follows you home.
Angie Boy with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Stephanie V. Blank Center for Safe and Healthy Children says cyberbullying is using any electronic means to intimidate, harass, threaten, or demean a person.
Children have higher levels of anxiety, higher levels of depression as a result of dealing with cyberbullying, which can then have an impact on their behaviors as they continue to age.
There are cyberbullying signs to spot. Your child may not be using their device as much or don't go to the same apps. They may try to hide the screen when an adult is around or avoid social situations with certain friend groups.
Those are red flags that you want to follow up on with your child.
Boy says to set technology rules for how long and when they're allowed to be on, and the biggest advice she can give:
have open conversations with your child. You want to know where they're going online, who are they talking to, what apps are they using. You want to have their usernames and passwords and make sure that you're checking in on them pretty routinely.
Parents should also stay up to date on the latest technology, how to use it, and what apps are available so you know what your child is using. TikTok is currently all the rage. President Joe Biden holding his first formal news conference today. What he had to say about COVID, the border crisis, gun control, and a whole lot more. Right now, we're tracking more storms. As you see, it is colorful and very active. It's going to be a busy night, but we are here checking in on the timing of everything for you when we come back.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive Storm Trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For Storm Trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level.
Bands of heavy rain moving through on the north side and the west side. Here in Atlanta, if you're thinking, are we ever going to get any of this rain? It is on the way, all right? We have these heavier showers here out I-20 into Douglas County, Carroll County, stronger storms in parts of Polk County, southern Floyd County, where we've got a lot of thunder and lightning in association with that. All of that is moving over toward the east. We'll see that heavier rain coming in to our area soon. We do have that good coverage of moderate to heavy rain on the north side from Hall County, Forsyth County, up 985. 5 here into Dawson, Pickens, Gilmer County, also into parts of Fannin County too, pushing into Union and Towns with that heavy rain and thunder and lightning. This is the part we were watching a little bit earlier that had a severe thunderstorm warning with it. That did expire at 8:45, or actually at 8:30 tonight. And now we're still watching that heavy rain and thunder and lightning, just not as strong as it was earlier. But now there's another area of rain that does have a lot of lightning over on the west side. Check this out, through Paulding County near Dallas, stretching down along I-20, moving into Douglas, Carroll, and then a really big cluster of storms here, southern Floyd into Polk County, that has a lot of lightning with it, and that's moving over toward the east. So over on the west side, you're most likely seeing a lot of flashes of lightning, hearing the rumbles of thunder there with that intense lightning that's over there on the west side. In fact, right now we're measuring just in this red box right here, including West Alabama or East Alabama, West Georgia, here closer to the West Metro counties in Paulding, also in Douglas. We've got about 175 lightning strikes just in the past 15 minutes, and that's all going to be moving into our direction. And then this entire area has more than 340 lightning strikes in the past little while too. So we're watching these storms that are rolling through there in Cleburne County, Randolph, going into West Georgia. We have more back south and west of Birmingham, where we have additional new severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for those areas there, and we'll keep watching those and see if they will develop any additional rotation during the rest of the evening hours tonight. Sam, the Storm Prediction Center had much of Alabama and Mississippi in that rare high risk, and that's still out there for those areas, right?
Yeah, this is a long-lived event, and you know, in years past, I don't remember seeing this many level 5 high risk areas issued, but boy, they've needed it lately, and especially tonight with these long track tornadoes coming out of Alabama. We have a level 4 across our northwest Georgia counties, a little bit closer in between far northwest Georgia and the Atlanta metro area. We have a level 3, so that includes Cherokee County down into Cobb County, and then we have level 2 across the Atlanta metro area proper, and level 1 off to our east. So that just kind of makes you think, well, it's going to be weakening a bit as it moves across, and that will probably be true. But even in a level 2 risk zone, you can see isolated tornadoes. So, and an isolated tornado doesn't sound that threatening unless it hits your house. So just some things to keep in mind tonight. You need to have some way to be awakened in the early morning hours if a tornado warning is sounded in your neighborhood. But this is the big threat. Stephen Nelson at the National Weather Service, their radar operator there, just saying that flooding is now the imminent threat, the most imminent threat across northwest Georgia. Look at these flooding, these amounts we've had, up over 5 inches across much of Chattooga County, Floyd County, and it is still coming down. Like Chris was showing you on the radar, you still have the stream of very rich, moist air coming in, all that rain coming in out of Alabama to contend with. Flash flood warnings in place right now across northwest Georgia. And I know it always gets your attention when you hear tornadoes, but flooding kills more people annually than all severe weather entities combined. Tornadoes, hurricanes. Flooding is the killer here. So we want to remind you to turn around, don't drown. I know you've heard it many times, but you have to take that seriously. Whether you're on your way to work, whether you're out to take your kids somewhere, just stay in. And if you can't stay in, don't drive across a flooded roadway. You just don't know how deep that water is, Chris.
And that's exactly right. That's what people do. They don't realize the road is going down. The water looks flat on top, and they keep going down and then get flooded. We had reports from Floyd County of numerous water rescues where people were attempting to drive through flooded roads, and the fire department ended up having to rescue them. This is a live look in Rome. Take a look at this on the bigger picture. I want you to see that every once in a while we're seeing some lightning flashes there in the dark sky in the distance. As we're looking there, you see a couple of those flashes right there. As we're looking to the south and west from downtown Rome here, and again, some of that lightning there, wet roads and the wet lens on our tower cam there too. Now I want to show you the tornado environment. Now, as we've been explaining to you, when you see the oranges and yellows on here, that just means the tornado environment is a little bit more elevated. This doesn't mean you're definitely going to see tornadoes here, but just as these storms move through, the atmospheric conditions are conducive for rotating storms to develop. And we just kind of watch this for the trends. This is at 10:30 tonight. The oranges over in West Georgia getting closer to Atlanta, but the trends show that that tornado environment starts to kind of diminish a little bit more during the overnight hours. This is 4 o'clock, moving on over to the east, and that severe weather threat will also diminish early in the morning, and then through much of the day tomorrow. We're going to have quieter weather here. Here's a look at the future radar product showing those storms. We have a good coverage of those on the north side now. Those additional storms coming into the west. That's what we have with all that thunder and lightning right now. That keeps pushing through. It'll be on the north metro side here around 10 o'clock tonight. Then these additional storms late tonight and overnight. Anywhere that you see some of these, a little more isolated coverage of the heavier rain, but any of those could have damaging wind or any rotation with that until the entire system pushes on off to the east, and our severe weather threat will be diminishing more overnight and then throughout the day tomorrow. So here's a look at what we're watching with our 7-day outlook. It's going to be warm tomorrow, 76, a few scattered showers mainly on the south side. Then on Saturday, a good chance for some showers mainly later in the day, highs near 80 degrees. Showers, a few thunderstorms possible on Sunday with highs near 71, then 67 on Monday. With those conditions that are going to be showing a little more of a rain chance on Wednesday and Thursday. Stay with me live here. Hang with me for just a minute. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Bartow, Cherokee, Haralson, and Cobb. I'm going to put that up here on the full screen that we have going right here now. I'll put this up and we can see what we're watching. This is that area of storminess that's coming out of Polk County there on the west side, where we have this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect. I'll read the counties for you as I plot this too. I don't know if all of them are going to fit on the box, but we have Bartow, Cobb, Paulding, Polk, also Cherokee and Haralson included in that too, with that storm system that's coming out of the west side here. It is also saying in the text that a tornado is possible. We do not have any indications right now from Doppler radar indicating the potential for actually, rotation that would be strong enough that would give us a tornado warning, but we do see some areas there that just look kind of interesting of some broad rotation that we'll be watching. If a tornado warning has to be issued, again, we will come back to you and have more on that for you in just a little bit.
I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the Peachtrees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive Storm Trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For Storm Trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, Open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no.
Today, President Biden held his first formal news conference with achievements in fighting COVID and setbacks on border security front and center. He also faces a wide variety of questions on issues ranging from mass shootings and gun control to foreign policy. Alice Barr has a recap from Washington, D.C.
Please sit down. Thank you.
President Biden began his first news conference in office, trying to make some news of his own on the fight against COVID.
That's right. 200 million shots in 100 days. I know it's ambitious, twice our original goal.
While the pandemic has been a major focal point of his presidency, other urgent challenges took center stage, with immigration taking up the majority of questions. The president pressed on his response to a surge in migrants at the southern border.
All the policies are underway. We're not helping at all. Did not slow up the amount of immigration and as many people coming. And rolling back the policies of separating children from their mothers, I make no apology for that.
He promised to speed the process to reunite children who arrive alone with their families or move them to better housing, while stressing the border is closed to adults.
The overwhelming majority of people coming to the border and crossing are being sent back.
The president also fielding questions on the deeply divided Congress and whether the filibuster should be eliminated to get his legislative agenda passed. He's advocating reform instead.
We're going to get a lot done. And if we have to, if there's complete lockdown and chaos as a consequence of the filibuster, then we'll have to go beyond what I'm talking about.
President Biden pushing back hard against efforts in several Republican states to enact harsh voting rights restrictions.
What I'm worried about is how un-American this whole initiative is. It's sick.
On his own future prospects,
my plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
A first news conference for a president who's just wrapped up his second month in office.
Georgia, now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the first of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at
The Tokyo Olympic torch relay is finally underway, delayed for a year by the pandemic. The relay started today in Fukushima, site of the disastrous 2011 earthquake and tsunami. This torch will travel throughout Japan over the next 4 months before the games, with coronavirus precautions in place. NBC's Janice Mackey Freyer reports from Beijing.
In a small sign that maybe Japan is seeing the end of the pandemic, the Olympic torch began its journey today to the Olympic Games. It began in Fukushima, which was heavily symbolic, a community devastated by the tsunami and nuclear disaster a decade ago.
I'd like to express deep gratitude who has been supporting us, Fukushima, from 2011 disaster. We are still ongoing recovery.
Torchbearers are running along nearly empty streets as people were discouraged from gathering given COVID concerns. Japan only recently lifted a state of emergency, and there are still worries whether the virus has run its course. There will be no foreign spectators allowed at the Games. The torch itself was lit in Greece last March and has been kept burning for the past year. But the countdown is now officially on. It's a 120-day journey for the torch to the opening ceremony on July 23rd.
11 Alive News Primetime on the ATL starts now.
First tonight, we are tracking another line of severe storms after an earlier line caused plenty of damage in Cedartown. That's Polk County. Take a look at this damage. Several trees, power lines down on roads and houses. Polk County schools have also closed tomorrow because of damage across the area. My goodness, take a look at that damage. 11 Alive storm tracker Ainsley Smith captured the video of the probable tornado as it tore through the Kingston area. This video taken on Yoharley Road nearby. Now, we have team coverage for you tonight, beginning with our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, who has been a very active man along with the team tonight. Chris is in the 11 Alive Storm Tracker Center with the very latest.
Yeah, Jeff, you caught me talking to over 1,000 people right now on Facebook Live. That's why my phone is right here. If you're watching us on television and want to continue this weather conversation, go to my Facebook page, Chris Holcomb 11 Alive, and we're going to be talking a lot more about what's happening out there right now. But let me show you the latest that we are watching. Still strong thunderstorms moving through. At this point, we don't have any tornado warnings, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that includes numerous counties here over on the west side, with this band of showers and storms coming out of Alabama, moving into West Georgia here in parts of Polk County, where we do have a heavy rain, thunder and lightning, intense lightning with this cell, as it's going to be moving through Polk County, into Paulding County, into northwestern Cobb, also the southern parts of Bartow, and the southern parts of Cherokee County. These are the areas in this latest severe thunderstorm warning. And in this warning, the National Weather Service is saying tornado possible. Right now, we're not seeing any rotation strong enough within that to give us the potential for a tornado warning right now, but it is possible that we could see some stronger cells and rotating cells in association with that here. We also have some hail right there around Rockmart. You see our hail core right here with hail almost an inch in diameter, so pretty large hail between Rockmart and Taylorsville, and that continues to move on over to the east. You can see that motion again moving to the east. Folks on the north side, be prepared for that coming in. Also more lightning here in Cobb County, Paulding County, back into Carroll, Douglas County, with these storms still coming out of Alabama. And that's not all. We have more that'll be pushing our way as well. These luckily back in Alabama do not have warnings on them, but the actual front is still out to the west, where we have tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of Tennessee. We're not going to be able to call the all clear until that system moves through overnight. So we're going to hold on to the potential for some of these strong thunderstorms still during the late night hours. Here's a live look that you can see right now from our tower cam here in Rome. Dark sky, of course, here, but every once in a while we see some of those flashes of lightning as we are looking down toward the south. Meteorologist Samantha Moore joins us now. Sam has some clarification right now on what is left of still a tornado watch. Part of it expired at 9 o'clock. Another part is still in effect until 2, right?
That's right. Yeah, the Atlanta metro area is still in the tornado watch until 2 a.m., but Floyd County has been taken out of it, and the counties north of Floyd County. So still in Polk and Bartow, Pickens County, Gilmer, Fannin County, and eastward, we still have all of these counties highlighted in yellow in that tornado watch. So since this is going to be during the next few hours and many folks are trying to get to bed, have some way to a warning system to wake you up, whether it's the 11 Alive app or the National Weather Service, some way to get warnings once you're asleep, because these could still be moving in overnight tonight. That's why the Storm Prediction Center expanded in conjunction with the National Weather Service office in Peachtree City. They talked through these things, expanded to the east over towards Clark and Oconee counties and down towards Harris County. So we just need to be prepared in case there are warnings that sound in our area. Okay, the greatest risk overnight is still going to be that of tornado and of high gusty winds. Of course, that's our high risk area, these damaging winds, and also the flood risk here. We've had incredible amounts of rain across northwest Georgia, and our Murchie, Heather Edwards, posting this picture near Duggar Road of the water just overflowing over the road. And I guess it often floods here, but there's no escaping it with this kind of night where we're seeing some rainfall amounts up over 5 inches in this area, Chris. So we still have a lot more moisture out there, and flooding is the most imminent danger right now for the folks across parts of North Georgia.
And Sam, just as you were mentioning with that, the National Weather Service has now issued a new flash flood warning for Bartow, Cherokee, Dawson, Gilmer, Gordon, Pickens counties until 3:15 this morning as this heavy rain moves through. We're analyzing the tornado environment here in the atmosphere where you see the yellows and oranges. It's not showing where we'll definitely have tornadoes, but it is showing where our environment is conducive for rotating thunderstorms, and that's still going to be with us 10:30 tonight through the overnight hours. Here we are at 4 in the morning, where things start to shift more to the east and weaken as everything moves over to the east of us. Stay with us. We have much more to come for you. Also, if you're watching on TV now and want to continue this conversation, I still have about 1,400 people here on Facebook Live, where we're going to continue this weather conversation.
Chris, Samantha, thank you. John Sherrick now joining us from Cedartown, where there is heavy damage. He has the very latest. Here goes.
We're just south of downtown Cedartown. You can't see in the darkness because the power is out throughout this neighborhood just south of downtown along Tuck Street, where some of the worst damage in the Cedartown, Polk County area occurred during the storms this afternoon. Trees are down up and down the street. At least 2 houses have been damaged, nearly destroyed by trees that fell on them. Trees are into power lines. We talked with the woman who lives in this house, which again in the dark you can't see, where a big old pine tree fell across the top of her house and into her bedrooms. She just happened to be going to lunch with her grandson, and she said if not for that, she would have been here when that tree fell. So right now she's sure she's not going to be able to live here right now. She does have insurance. That is some bright spot for her, but it's going to be a tough few weeks for this woman, Connie Lane, before everything is back to where it was just a few hours ago.
All right, so that is John Sherrick now in Polk County, not far from Polk. We go west, we check in with Hope Ford right now. She is in Bartow County. They've seen some very strong storms as those storms have tracked toward Bartow as well within the last hour.
Yeah, right now we're kind of, and you can kind of see it's going to be probably doing that throughout the next couple of minutes as I talk here. It has been nonstop lightning and thundering out here in Cartersville, probably since about 7 o'clock tonight. I've really lost count of the amount of lightning strikes I've seen out here tonight. And it's not raining as hard as it was just really a little bit of an hour ago, but the wind is still kind of pushing things around. We're actually standing under kind of an overhang here because there is just so much lightning out here. We really don't know where it's going to strike next out here right now. We actually have some video from about an an hour and a half ago where you just see those continuous strikes over and over and over again. And that's really been going on continuously, again, since 7 o'clock. It would lightning and thunder out here, even when there were moments and times when it wasn't raining at all. And that has just kind of continued. It's come with rain, it's come with some wind, and then it's let off, and then it's continued that cycle really all throughout the night. And the really miraculous thing is we have not heard of widespread damage, even with all of this lightning and thunder and the winds and the rain. We haven't heard of widespread damage. We've heard of a couple of structure fires. Not sure if that was from lightning or not, but they were very small. And we have heard of some trees down on power lines that they were working to get those off of the power lines a little over an hour ago now. So that is really, really good news that we're not seeing a lot of damage come out of all this, but that lightning and thundering that has continued throughout really the last 2 hours now, and it'll be interesting to see how long that continues out here in Cartersville tonight.
All right, Hope, thank you. In Bartow County, we'll check in with you a little bit later. 5 people reported dead from the severe storms that roared through Alabama before heading our way. New video showing how violent the storms were. The man who took the video said he thought he was dead as he drove through the neighborhood near Pelham, Alabama. He also said his van was shaking and rotating so bad he thought it was going to flip over. Now, the National Weather Service and the radar indicated a tornado touched down in that vicinity where he was driving. My goodness. We are told the man was able to make it home safely, but he will not be doing a lot of sleeping tonight. That is rattling indeed. You can get important warnings. Stay connected to severe weather coverage with the 11 Alive app. Simply tap on the gear icon. That's in the upper right. You can select notification settings and then make sure that severe weather alerts are toggled on. You can also choose to receive only the most critical warnings or all advisories, watches, and warnings. Of course, make sure you allow notifications in your device's settings. The 11 Alive storm trackers are here to prepare you, not to scare you. All you have to do is download the 11 Alive app. We have breaking news tonight. Governor Kemp has signed that controversial election bill. He signed Senate Bill 202 less than about 3 hours ago. It includes provisions that would add new restrictions on voting by mail and give the state legislature greater control on how elections are run.
With Senate Bill 202, Georgia will take another step toward ensuring our elections are secure, accessible, and fair.
The 95-page bill requires an ID number like a driver's license to apply for an absentee ballot. It cuts off absentee ballot applications 11 days prior to an election. It limits the number of absentee ballot drop boxes, too, and it allows the state to take control of what it calls underperforming local election systems. Democrats and voting rights groups, they don't like it, and they have complained that this will disenfranchise voters of color. House Democratic leader James Beverly told Doug Richards it was a terrible day and a bunch of lies were told. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms tweeted shortly after the governor's statement. She says the passage of 202 is deeply disappointing. This divisive bill unnecessary and is designed to suppress voter turnout in communities of color and other minority groups. It is a shameless to change the rules of the game simply because you lost. As Governor Kemp was talking about SB 202, State Representative Park Cannon outside the governor's ceremonial office. Cannon, a Democrat representing East Atlanta, knocking on the office door during the governor's live address. Video shows state troopers arresting her, taking her out of the Capitol. One trooper is heard in the video saying that they were arresting her for obstruction. The governor cut short his live comments during the commotion, and we have reached out to multiple agencies to see what Representative Cannon will be charged with. We also have asked both Representative Cannon and the governor's office for a response. All right, we have more news here. An update for you. A warrant revealing what police reportedly found after somebody called 911 that an armed man was in that Publix at Atlantic Station. Police telling us today the guy had 6 guns wearing body armor. Brittany Klein-Peter explains the charges he is now facing tonight.
There's been an announcement from the representative of the defender's office on behalf of Mr. Rico Ronnie.
The man accused of bringing 6 guns inside the Atlantic Station Publix waived his first court appearance today. A warrant released today offering new insight into what allegedly happened, describing the 22-year-old as carrying a black guitar bag into the store and going into the men's room where he put on ballistic rifle plates, placed a black jacket with magazine pouches over body armor, armed himself with 3 pistols and a revolver, and the warrant indicates a witness saw him in the bathroom and became in fear of his life and ran out to alert store security. The warrant describes police as confronting the man as he exited the bathroom and taking him into custody. APD releasing this photo this morning of the guns they said they found on him, along with a shotgun, AR-15, and black ski mask they say were inside the guitar bag. Police haven't indicated whether the suspect pointed the gun at anyone or verbally threatened them, but say Grady EMS conducted a mental health evaluation at the scene before he was arrested and taken to jail. He's now facing 6 charges of possession of a firearm during commission or attempt to commit certain felonies, and 5 counts of criminal attempt to commit aggravated assault. We asked the chief counsel for Giffords Law Center about the criteria for those latter charges.
So what is the general standard for that charge?
Charges of this nature, it could be just a drunk individual at a bar who, throws a glass at somebody and doesn't hit them, to a situation like this.
Luckily, nobody was hurt inside that Publix. We reached out to this individual's defense attorney to ask about the mental health evaluation, but his attorney declined to comment. Again, we're tracking another bout of severe weather headed into our area. We're going to have an update on the timing of that when we return. Stay with us.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Round after round of rough weather in North Georgia. One of our photojournalists capturing rain and hail pouring down in Canton. Little tiny pellet-sized hail. Our storm tracker team now staying on top of the changes for you tonight, and we are rejoined by Chris Holcomb for the very latest. Chris?
Yeah, we're getting other reports of hail right now that's a lot larger than that video that we just saw that was coming out of Polk County, moving into northern Cobb and into the southern parts of Bartow County. A golf ball size hail was some of that's moving through, and I'm going to show you that coming up here in just a second. But this is what we're watching around Atlanta. We're beginning to see more pockets of heavy rain and thunder and lightning move in. The strongest of the storms are up to the north in North Cobb, also over into Bartow County, where we still have that severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for northern parts of Paulding into Bartow, including parts of Cherokee County, also small little sliver of northwestern Cobb County, where we have this severe thunderstorm warning that's going to be in effect until 9:30 tonight. We have very heavy rain, thunder and lightning. We just got confirmation from some of our storm trackers and some of the folks on Facebook Live, where we have about 1,200 people on still right now. And talking about all the intense lightning that's taking place right now in parts of West Georgia and Northwest Georgia. So here's what we're going to be watching. There's the flow with this and the motion coming from Alabama through West Georgia, moving over to the east, southern Cherokee County, getting in on some of that heavier rain and all that lightning that's moving through. There's that hail core that was reported as golf ball size hail in Polk County here. Now that's in the southern parts of Cherokee County, actually southern parts of Bartow County, northern parts parts of Paulding County, right here, just to the west of Emerson and to the west of Allatoona Lake. That's where we have hail 1.5 inches in diameter. That would be close to golf ball size hail moving through those spots. And that's going to be crossing over 75 in just a few minutes and then moving over toward Allatoona Lake. You can see how this is moving to the east. We have additional storms here over in parts of Alabama. More of these storms not only back here around Birmingham and just to the west of Montgomery, but then additional storms, some of these prompting not only severe thunderstorm warnings, but also tornado warnings in northern parts of Tennessee. That's the actual front that still has to come through overnight tonight. So we have these waves of rain and storms up ahead of this. I'm thankful that in Alabama right now, we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings. We're thinking the atmosphere may be worked over a little bit from the storms that came through earlier. But at any time tonight, we still have that potential for some strong storms to develop. Meteorologist Samantha Moore talking more about that tornado watch that remains in effect for the metro area.
Yeah, of course, it was expanded until 2 a.m. and includes the Atlanta metro area here. So since it's to those early morning hours, you need some way to be awakened, or you need to stay up and stay on top of this developing weather with us as we head into those early morning hours. So they've taken out Floyd County, but from Polk County into Bartow County, into Pickens and Gilmer and Fannin County, eastward over to Clark County and down to Henry County. All of these counties are in that tornado watch, and that means we still have to stay on top of this because we could see a tornado spin up as these severe thunderstorms have been coming out of Alabama. We still have that risk factor. So flooding is our most imminent concern right at this moment across northwest Georgia, and that flash flood warning was expanded, and that did include Polk and Cherokee and Pickens County, stretching all the way over to Towns County now. So that heavy rain moving on in, and some of these rainfall amounts have been really impressive so far, up above 5.5 inches here in Chattooga County, over 5 inches in Rome. I was looking at some video that the National Weather Service had on chat showing downtown Rome, the New Delhi there, Schroeder's New Delhi, and that water was up several inches outside their windows and seeping into the restaurant. So there's going to be some real damage done by this flooding, and it's just dangerous. If you're out on the roadways at night, please don't drive across a flooded roadway because you just have no idea how deep that water is. I've done that stupidly before, and even your car, even an SUV, can be lifted off of the roadway. So please do not drive across a flooded roadway. Even if you have to go to work, try to find higher ground and stay alive because we are going to have some real problems with flooding out here. We already have, and look at all the rain that's still to come. So we have a lot more rain that's still going to happen during the overnight hours. So we have that flash flood watch that is in place across much of North Georgia as well, and we'll likely see more rain, not just tonight, but into the weekend, Chris.
Yeah, Sam, I want to show you what we're watching. This is our tower cam in Cobb County looking over Truist Park. This is 75 north right here. You can see some of the cars there. Of course, we have a dark sky, but we're keeping an eye on this to see some of that lightning there in the distance in parts of northern Cobb and in western Cobb County. There's a live look again at that full, and you can see those areas that we are watching over on the north side with some of that lightning that will continue to move on through. Here is the future radar product showing that better coverage of the heavy rain over areas north of Atlanta and on the west side that swings through much of our area over the next couple of hours. 10 o'clock, heavier rain there in parts of the Duluth area, Gwinnett County, Forsyth County, Hall County. Here is a look at a QR code at the bottom of your screen. We know that you want to track these storms too along with us, and you can do that by downloading our 11 Alive app. Open up your camera app on your phone, on your smartphone, point it to that QR code, and it will pop up on your screen. It'll show you how to download our app. You can enable alerts there too to let you know if any warnings are issued. We do think that things will start to weaken a little bit later tonight as everything moves on over to the east. We will still have that potential overnight of some of those stronger storms possible, but they'll start weakening. Maybe some rotation with them. Heavy rain is going to be the big threat, and then weakening as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow. So here's what we're watching with our 7-day outlook. 76 for a high tomorrow. Storms will be moving on over to the east of us and weakening in the morning, and then just a few scattered showers possible later in the day. And then as you can see here through the rest of the extended period, we're going to have scattered showers Saturday, mainly on the north side, better chance for showers on Sunday, drier Monday, a little cooler before the rain chance comes back on the low rain chance for Wednesday and also Thursday. We'll have more to come right after the break.
see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive Storm Trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For Storm Trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
We are hearing for the first time from the sheriff and state troopers who helped capture the suspect in the Metro Atlanta spa shootings. Robert Aaron Long, accused of killing 8. Paolo Suro shares what the sheriff and troopers said was going through their heads as they took him into custody.
Hours after the 3 Metro Atlanta spa shootings, Robert Aaron Long was captured on I-75 South in Crisp County.
He began to slow his speed, failed to maintain his lane, pretty much going lane to lane. So that tells us he was looking at his mirror and he kind of probably knew what was going on there.
Georgia state troopers and Crisp County deputies working quickly to arrest the 21-year-old. After spotting his Hyundai on the interstate, Trooper First Class Travis Pollock says he used a pit maneuver to force Long to stop. A tactic Pollock says caught the suspect by surprise.
We knew he was armed at the time and more than likely still armed. So that's why we wanted to be at a tactical advantage.
Then GSP Corporal Alan Parker says he directed Long to get out of his vehicle. He allegedly didn't react for about 45 seconds.
30 to 45 seconds, it seemed like a long, and it is normally a long time.
Especially because they suspected Long could be armed. Authorities said they later discovered a gun that was sitting on his passenger seat.
There's multiple things going on with the multiple officers to make sure that we're safe and that traffic that has stopped a few hundred feet behind us are safe in case, we should have to use our weapons.
Parker says Long complied with authorities and was handcuffed and taken to Crisp County Jail.
But he makes an utterance as he's getting out of the car to the effect, is this where I'll be the rest of my life? And he's talking about the jail as he's walking in.
We've reached out to Long's attorney for comment and haven't heard back. Authorities say their quick actions and joint efforts likely helped prevent more deaths that day.
Again, we are tracking another bout of bad weather headed into our area. We're going to have an update on that and the timing when we come back.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For storm trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one.
Well, we have been following this weather for you for hours now. We're joined right now by Sergeant Chris Fincher. He's with the Floyd County Police Department. Sergeant, before I come to you, I want to explain to people, if they're new to the area, Floyd County, Rome is smack dab in the middle of the county, and if you make a fist with your hand and you hold your thumb up, that's kind of how Floyd County looks. That's sort of how it's shaped. Wouldn't you say that?
Right. That's right. Yep.
So tell me what you've been looking at tonight and this afternoon. Give me a sense of what your day and your evening has looked like.
Well, you know, following the forecast, we were expecting the tornadoes to come through, so we were out following and tracking the rotation in the clouds. We didn't have any sort of activity like that, but after all the rains fell, it was just a lot of rain. We've seen significant flooding, just a great deal of water, a lot more than we've seen a while. So we're dealing with roads that are closed right now and impassable that normally we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
So our road crews are out right now. They've had to actually manufacture more signs, more road closed signs, because we didn't have enough because so many roads are out.
So have you been pulling people out of SUVs and trucks and cars?
Actually, yeah, I'm out on the road right now. I just left a car that sits low to the ground. He tried to drive through an area that was low and it had some flooding in the creek. The thing about these creeks are it may look passable, but the current is so strong and you don't know how deep it is. And especially at night, it's hard to lose the road.
Yeah.
You lose your bearings because you can't see the center line, and it's very hard to become disoriented. So folks just need to stay home, and if they see water across the road, do not try to cross it.
So has most of your issues been flooding as opposed to wind and trees and facilities being knocked down?
Right now, flooding is the issue. I understand we've got another
storm system that might be coming through. So later tonight, we're going to be worried about trees falling down because, as you know, the ground starts to soften up, and those trees are going to fall down regardless of the wind. So that's something we're looking at for later.
I love Floyd County. I love all those areas. Polk County is great too. But you know what? This time of year, you guys really get it. You know, you really get hit during the spring. And how many years have you been with the Floyd County Police Department?
This will be my 18th year.
18. So you've seen a lot of heavy weather. It's kind of how spring plays out, isn't it?
Right. It is. It really is. The tornado season, traditionally come from Alabama, and they cut through the southern part of the county. So in a way, we can anticipate the path that it might follow, and that seems to be pretty consistent. But yeah, you're right. It's something we work with every year.
I had a guy tell me one time from Rome who said, that's the price that we pay for living in God's country.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Sergeant Chris Fincher, thanks a lot. We appreciate you taking time, talking to us, and stay safe, and keep all the people safe, and tell them hello from us.
Thanks, I will.
All right, thanks so much, Chris.
Bye.
Let's go in with you.
Yeah, and we're still watching those storms on the north side. We have had an extension of the severe thunderstorm warning on the north side here. As you can see, we'll get up here a little bit tighter. I know this yellow polygon is kind of hard to see with all the radar echoes that we're seeing on here, but this is a severe thunderstorm warning for this area coming out of Bartow County into Cherokee County. It includes a little small part of North Fulton, a small part of western Forsyth County, as this is going to be in effect until about 10:15 tonight. This storm system has 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. We did have some large hail with it. It looks like the hail core, though, has kind of weakened just a little bit. The hail is not as large as it was earlier. We still have a lot of lightning with this coming out of those areas of Bartow, moving into northern Cherokee. Heavy rain in Cobb, North Fulton as well. There's that hail core about a ½ inch in diameter, moving over Allatoona Lake, about to cross over 575 into Canton right now. So that is the warning that we have. There's that additional rain that is not warned right here near Roswell over into Marietta. Yeah, it's very heavy rain, thunder and lightning, but nothing that is classified as severe right now. That's going to keep moving over to the east. Now, I know you're seeing this breaking up a little bit in Floyd County now, into Polk County, and you're probably thinking, oh, is this over? No, not yet. We still have the front that is out to the west, and this is triggering more storms north of Birmingham, severe thunderstorm warnings there, and then even some warnings that we've been watching here moving up into the northern parts of Tennessee. This is the actual front that has to move through that still might have some strong storms with it, and that's why we're going to be dealing with these off and on storms during the overnight hours. The main threats being the system that could produce some heavy rain, damaging winds possible, and tornadoes are still a possibility out of this system that is moving through right now. Let's go to meteorologist Samantha Moore. We've got some video first to show you out of Polk County from earlier today as those storms rolled through there. We have widespread damage near Cedartown and over parts of Polk County with trees down, power outages. We mentioned earlier there the schools in Polk County are closed for tomorrow due to all the storm damage that they have there and the power outages too. Sam has been watching these threats that we have, and really, Sam, the biggest threat we have right now is from flooding, right?
Absolutely it is, and of course, as the emergency manager was talking about, as we continue to get flooding rain, when the gusty winds come in, we'll likely see more trees coming down. And yes, we have that flash flood warning, which is expanded into Cherokee County, stretching on up to Union County, over into Towns County. So we're going to have to continue to watch this flooding situation. It's pretty serious out there, especially at night. If people are out on the why can I speak at this point? If folks are out on the roadways and it's dark, you cannot tell how deep that water is, particularly at night, but even in the daytime. That's why we urge you just to turn around if you come into a flooded roadway. But so you can see how the rain just really accumulated in the last few hours here across northwest Georgia. And so we've seen amounts up above 5 inches here in Chattooga County and Floyd County, and stretching over into Bartow County now. We have some amounts just south of Pine Log here at around 5 1/3 inches. So these are pretty incredible amounts in a short period of time. Much of that rain coming down, a couple of the inches coming down in just an hour's time. So you're going to get massive runoff there. And of course, that weakens all the root structures of the trees, and they can easily be blown over. And look how this line of thunderstorms extends well back into Alabama. So we still have more waves of heavy rain coming in, Chris, and that's going to be a major concern for the folks in these areas that have already seen so much rain.
Yeah, and a lot of lightning with this too. This is our tower cam in Gwinnett County. I've been keeping an eye on this, Sam, while you were just kind of giving us that latest report. Of course, we've got the dark sky. You can see the parking lot here at the Infinite Energy Arena in the chamber. You can see some of those flashes of lightning that we're watching here in Gwinnett County right now, as we think that lightning count is just going to increase a little bit more, pushing over to the east. This is our tornado environment, where you can see the oranges and yellows indicating where it becomes a little bit more of a tornado environment, meaning that our atmosphere will still be conducive for some rotating storms tonight. It doesn't mean all of these areas are definitely going to see tornadoes tonight. It just means that it is possible in these areas that we could see rotating storms tonight before everything weakens and moves on over to the east. Stay with us. We're going to keep tracking these storms for you tonight and have much more for you coming up in just a few minutes.
You can stay connected to severe weather coverage and get important warnings and alerts with the 11 Alive app. Simply tap on the gear icon on the upper right, select notification settings, and then make sure that severe weather alerts are toggled on. You can also choose to receive only the most critical warnings or all advisories, watches, and warnings. Of course, make sure you allow notifications in your device's settings. The 11 Alive storm trackers are here to prepare you, not to scare you. All you have to do is download the 11 Alive app. Be patient, keep trying. That's the advice tonight, with 8 million people in Georgia now able to get a COVID-19 shot as eligibility expands today to anyone 16 or older. And that means there are a lot more people competing for those open appointments. Life is about that. You're always competing with somebody for something, and now it's called a COVID vaccine. Caitlin Ross walks us through how it's going so far.
The Department of Public Health says signups have been steadily increasing. The state's website to book appointments were supposed to update at midnight with the new eligibility, but that didn't happen until closer to 7 a.m. For the most part, it's gone smoothly, with national pharmacy chains telling people to keep checking their sites as they update appointments every couple hours. According to a Kaiser Family Foundation poll, about 30% of Americans say they still want to wait before getting the vaccine. Tiffany Grant Brown was one of them.
Initially, I was like, ooh, I don't know, absolutely not.
She's a healthcare worker, but waited 6 weeks to sign up because she wanted to talk to her family doctors first.
It gives us a sense of peace, and it gives us a sense of kind of immediate control over, what our baby might be exposed to.
About a third of Americans report wanting to wait a year to see how the vaccine affects other people. But Tiffany says after doing the research, she feels good getting it.
We all are kind of breathing a sigh of relief with the accessibility increasing for a lot of Georgians and people around the country.
If you pre-registered with the state to get the vaccine, you should have an email in your inbox now to sign up. I got one this morning and was able to find a vaccine appointment for tomorrow at the Delta Museum.
11 Alive is here to help you navigate the vaccination process, from tracking eligibility to finding appointments. It is all on our website, 11alive.com, or we can send a link directly to your phone. Simply text the word vaccines to the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. A look at the radar as we go to break. We're tracking more storms. It is going to be a tough night. We're checking in on the timing of everything when we return.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only,
no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
We're tracking the heavy rain storms moving through right now, still dealing with a severe thunderstorm warning on the north side for parts of Cherokee County, North Fulton County, also into a small part of Forsyth County right now. I'm just seeing if we have anything new. Numerous flood warnings are coming through right now over North Georgia, with heavy rain being the real biggest threat that's impacting most people. Here's that heavy rain. We have had some hail with this. This is near 575 in Canton, over in the western parts of Cherokee County. This is where we still have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 10:15 for about another 30 minutes here for Cherokee, Forsyth, and parts of North Fulton. Just that small part of Forsyth. This is mainly over Cherokee County right now. Here's that hail that we're watching, about between a half inch and an inch in diameter. We had reports from the emergency manager in Cherokee County of some golf ball size hail moving through some of those spots. Now, again, between a half inch and an inch in diameter near Canton. That's where we just showed you that heaviest rain that's moving through right now. Pushing over to the east. Also, a lot of lightning with these storms. We've got about 97 lightning strikes just in this red box here, including North Fulton, Gwinnett, Hall County, also up into Dawson County. Most of this is from that storm there in parts of Cherokee County coming out of Bartow County. Additional storms are over into Alabama. We don't have any additional tornado warnings, but these over north of Birmingham, heavy rain. We'll be watching for some potential rotation also south of Birmingham. We still have to watch these coming through later on tonight. Some of those could have some rotation with them. We'll wait and see if we have any tornado warnings with that. And then also up in Tennessee, tornado warnings with this, severe thunderstorm warnings as well, just south of Nashville. This is the actual front that still has to pass through tonight, and until that does, we won't be able to really call an all clear until those storms move away, and that's going to be really early tomorrow morning as that pushes off to the east. So until then, we're going to be watching for that potential for some of these strong thunderstorms to move on through the area. Sam has an update right now on our severe weather threats, and that high risk has been taken out. Is that right?
Yeah, that's some good news, especially for the folks in Alabama. I mean, we still have that enhanced risk, though, across northern Alabama and northwestern Georgia. So like Chris said, we can't call the all clear, but it is a good sign that they have taken us from a level 5 over northern Alabama down to a level 3, which is enhanced, which still means you can have some powerful tornadoes that stay on the ground for a long period of time. but it is becoming a little bit more stable than it was earlier today. And we still have that enhanced risk well over northwest Georgia, and it has pushed closer here to Fulton County. So we do have that level 3 risk here across northwest Georgia, level 2 for Atlanta City proper, and for Fulton County stretching down into middle Georgia. So we still are under the gun, but it is a good sign that the Storm Prediction Center has kind of adjusted it down just a bit as we head towards these late evening hours. But we still have that tornado watch in place here from Bartow County into Polk County and southward to Henry County, over to Clark County, and on up into Fannin and Union County. So we'll still have to be on the lookout for severe storms overnight. But it is that flood threat that has everyone's attention here. Look at the rain that we've gotten in out of Alabama into northwest Georgia. Some spots picking up almost a half a foot of rain this evening within a short period of time. Over 5 inches here south of Pine Log. In Floyd County, over 5 inches. So that's why they've been having to conduct some water rescues here. And flooding is just so dangerous, Chris. I know people think, you know, tornadoes and that gets their attention, but flooding can be far more deadly.
Especially, you just never want to drive through water, but especially at nighttime too. I mean, you just don't even want to attempt it to drive through water. So as you've heard us say the phrase over and over again, turn around, don't drown, as we're watching these storms move on through. And again, there's that main line pushing through. Take a live look right now. This is our tower cam that we're watching right now. This is from Gwinnett County. You can see, of course, that it's dark there at night. You can see the water, the reflection there on the wet parking lot here at the Infinite Energy Arena near the Chamber of Commerce. We've been seeing some of those lightning strikes there in this dark sky from those storms that continue to move there to the north and west of Gwinnett County right now. Here is the future radar. While we're walking through this, I want to show you something that we have on our screen. This is a QR code. Get your camera app out on your smartphone, point it to that QR code, and then it will pop up on your screen a way that you can download our 11 Alive app. That way you will be able to track these storms with us. You can also enable alerts on that app to alert you if any severe weather is going to be in your area. So tonight we're watching those storms on the north side continuing to move over to the east. They'll keep moving in that direction. They should weaken a little bit as they get closer to Athens, and still at 11 o'clock tonight we'll be dealing with some of these areas a little more isolated of some moderate to heavy rain. And then overnight, here we are at 2 in the morning, still some of the reds and oranges showing up here indicating moderate to heavy rain. Any of those cells at any time could have any severe storms with them, maybe even some rotation. We're thinking by really after 2, 3 in the morning toward 4 in the morning, everything starts moving to the east, and it's going to be a lot weaker over to the east of us. And then most of the rain tomorrow we think will be confined on the south side with just a few of those scattered showers that'll be moving through. Here's another look. This is on Friday afternoon. You can see those showers on the south side, some of those clouds breaking up in some spots. And then on Saturday, we're going to hold on to some rain chances. We'll keep an eye on some of this in far north Georgia during the day on Saturday, with the potential for some thunderstorms with that. And then everything moves through. Still some showers pushing through on Sunday as well. It's going to be warm tomorrow, 76 degrees for our high. We've got that 40% chance for showers, 50% chance on Saturday, more on the north side. And then Sunday, a better chance for some showers and a few thunderstorms around with highs near 71. Monday looks like the pick day of the week with a 10 on the wazometer, a little cooler with highs around 67, partly cloudy skies. Then a low rain chance Tuesday at 20%. Higher rain chances about 30 to 40% coming in on Wednesday and Thursday. Look how we're warm Wednesday up to 75, but then much cooler on Thursday. High temperatures back down to around 60 degrees with some cooler air coming in for the end of the week.
All right, now look at some of the other stories that we are following today. Atlanta police are asking for help identifying 2 suspects believed to be involved in a robbery at Piedmont Park. Officers say that these 2 tried to rob a man Tuesday evening. During the attempt, the suspect shot him. The victim is expected to be okay. Anybody with information on how to find these 2 individuals are asked to call Crime Stoppers. An update to the Cumberland Mall shooting from Tuesday. Cobb County Police have confirmed 4 were shot in the incident. Initially, officers said 2, including a child. Police say the shooting appears to be the aftermath of an argument between people in separate cars. Those injured are okay. They're lucky. Officers are still looking into what happened here. 3 people have been charged after a fight broke out at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. According to Atlanta police, it happened Tuesday morning at the security checkpoint when one of the passengers didn't show his ID. Police say a TSA employee and 3 passengers then got into an argument which led to the passengers attacking a bystander. An officer then used his taser to subdue 2 of them. The third surrendered without force. All 3 were arrested and charged with criminal trespass and disorderly conduct. More news and weather, and I'm hearing a lot of rain on top of our building here in Midtown. We'll have an update for you coming next.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing.
Continuing to watch those strong storms on the north side, still with a severe thunderstorm warning for much of Cherokee County, North Fulton, and parts of Forsyth County. A lot of lightning with this and even some hail over Cherokee County, continuing to move over to the east. Heavy rain in Gwinnett County, about to cross over the I-85 corridor. More storms in Alabama. We're keeping an eye on those. No tornado warnings there, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings and even more storms, that we're watching up into Tennessee, pushing our way overnight tonight as well. We'll have more coverage for you on Primetime at 10 on the ATL.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive Storm Trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For Storm Trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the first of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need.
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive.
11 Alive News Primetime on the ATL starts now.
Tonight, the storm's rolling through Georgia with a hammer, causing quite a bit of damage in Polk County. It's video from the 11 Alive Thunder Truck earlier tonight in Cedartown. Look at that. Trees uprooted, limbs lying everywhere, power crews working, trying to restore power. And we are hearing reports of several homes sustaining damage. And damage also has been reported at a local cemetery. But look at what the winds have whipped up there. That is a mess right now that's going to take some cleaning up to do. Meanwhile, in Polk County, nearby, schools will not be in session tomorrow due to the damage. At least 5 people have died after tornadoes swept through Alabama earlier today, toppling trees and demolishing homes. The victims include a family of 3. Thousands of people without power at this hour. The powerful winds and rain and hail keeping our 11 Alive storm trackers busy today. Many of you sharing videos as storms sweep through your area. And only if it's safe, keep sending them in, but always maintain your own safety. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, tracking the changing conditions in our 11 Alive Storm Tracker Center.
Yeah, we're watching that heavy rain thunderstorm activity on the north side right now, where we have the severe thunderstorm warning that is still in effect for parts of North Fulton County, Cherokee County, and into parts of Forsyth County, that western part of Forsyth County. With this area of rain that is very heavy, it has had some golf ball size hail with it as it was crossing over Cherokee County, continuing to move over to the east. Now, Dawson County, you're not in a warning right now. We'll keep an eye on that to see if they elevate this warning or extend this warning over into additional counties for the rest of Forsyth County or maybe into Dawson County. We do think that we're seeing some signs of weakening. This is going to be in effect until about 10:15 tonight for the rest of Cherokee County, the eastern parts of that, far northern Fulton County, and also the western parts of Forsyth County as these storms continue to move over to the east, closer to the rest of Forsyth, into Dawson County, also into Hall County as well in a little while. Additional heavier showers showers here continuing to cause some of the lightning. We've got about 122 lightning strikes just in the past 15 minutes. Most of that is coming from that one cell on the north side. We're getting a lot of comments on social media and from folks contacting us here digitally talking about all the lightning that we have going on. So this is what's pushing through now. In Atlanta, we've got some pockets of heavy rain, but nothing severe here. More lighter showers out to the west that'll keep moving in. But then look at this, back into Alabama. No tornado warnings, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings right along the I-59 corridor. That's going to cross over into Dade, Walker County, Chattooga County, maybe into Floyd County. More storms south of Birmingham too. These are severe thunderstorm warnings that will keep moving our way. At any time tonight, we have that potential for additional, not only severe thunderstorm warnings, but we'll be watching for that potential for any rotation that could develop from those storms. And we're getting some of that with the actual front that's back up near Nashville right now with tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. So as all this continues moving through our area tonight, we will still be watching for that potential for some of those storms to turn severe. We do have some good news out of Alabama. Meteorologist Samantha Moore joins us now. That high risk area, that rare high risk, has been downgraded, right?
Yeah, they're at a level 3, which is still would keep you up at night, but it's vastly improved from that high risk area we had earlier, level 5. So we've gone down 2 levels to a level 3 across northern Alabama, and that extends all the way over into Cobb County, Cherokee County, and on up into Fannin County here in northwest Georgia. We have level 2 across the Atlanta metro area, and we were just hearing the sound of the pounding rain on our roof, and level 1 from the metro from about 285 loop, the 285 East Loop over towards Athens. So that tornado watch we have taken out, or some of the northwestern counties have been taking out of the tornado watch. So Floyd is no longer in the tornado watch counties until 2 a.m. But I should say these counties are in the tornado watch until 2 a.m. and that would be Pickens on up into Bartow and Polk into Bartow and Pickens into Fannin and Gilmer counties as we head into the early morning hours. So we just need to really ride this out another few hours, and then I think the risk will be going down for us in the Atlanta metro area. So we do have that high risk for damaging winds yet tonight. We've had some very gusty winds, and with the waterlogged soil, we still have those concerns for more trees coming down. And look at some of these rainfall estimates we have seen here. We're looking at amounts that were up just under a half a foot of rainfall so far, and it's the worst time to be driving in flooded along flooded roadways, and you come to an area where you're not sure how deep it is. That's when that phrase should pop into your head: turn around, don't drown. It's been said so many times, it's like, yeah, I'll turn around. But I've been in that situation where I didn't turn around, and my SUV was lifted up out of the water and it stalled. And luckily, it didn't get much deeper than my floorboard, but it could have. So it was really stupid of me to do that. So just cautioning you, if you do live in these areas that have been hard hit by flooding tonight, just stay in if you can, and if you must go somewhere, if you come across a flooded roadway, find higher ground. Do not try to make your way across it. And we do have the flash flood warning that is extended eastward within this past hour. So all of these counties you see marked in red are under the gun, Chris, for that deadly flooding rain.
Yeah, and Sam, just as you were talking there, back in Alabama, we were talking about how there are no tornado warnings in effect, that it's severe thunderstorm warnings. Well, they just issued a tornado warning between Birmingham and Montgomery here out of that cell. So we're going to be watching that as it moves closer to Randolph County into Alabama, if that holds together, and potentially moving into areas of West Georgia. So there is that still potential for some of these rotating thunderstorms tonight. We're going to walk you through the timeline of what to expect while you're sleeping tonight and when these storms will weaken and move away.
Continuing our coverage tonight, we want to head over to John Cherokee. He is in Cedartown, where the storms ripped through, leaving behind a trail of damage. John?
This part of Cedartown is a tangle of torn trees, broken utility poles, and downed power lines. We're on Tuck Street, just off of US 27, south of downtown Cedartown. Up and down Tuck Street. Trees have fallen into vehicles, fallen into homes. One giant pine tree fell into Connie Lane's home, right on top of her bedrooms on the upper floor, destroying them and the den below. She was not at home. She came home to find all of this.
Right now I'm kind of like in shock. It's hitting me hard. It was devastating to me because we've lived here for like 35 years, and it was just like, actually felt like a death in the family.
It was just a complete mess. The roads were all blocked off with trees. I could see everything down. I saw there was a tree in Connie's house. Most everybody's got damage on their roofs at least.
Connie Lane tells me she does have insurance for all of this. Luckily, no one was hurt. No one was down. No one was injured. No one was killed. Connie Lane tells me that earlier today, her grandson suddenly decided he wanted to take her out to eat. So they went out to eat. That's when the storm came through. They both came back here to find a tree in her house and a tree in his house. Both of them were not at home then when that storm came through.
All right, John Sherrick in Polk County, where they have gotten hit hard. Cedartown is such a beautiful community. It's about 10 to 12,000 people and some old, beautiful homes. A great community, storied past, and we hope they're all getting through it. John, thanks a lot. Stay safe. We'll talk to you a little bit later. You can get important warnings and you can stay connected to severe weather coverage with the 11 Alive app. Simply tap on the gear icon in the right upper and then select notification settings. Then make sure severe weather alerts are toggled on. You can also choose to receive only the most critical warnings or all advisories, watches, and warnings. Of course, make sure that you allow notifications in your device's settings. The 11 Alive Storm Trackers are here to prepare you, not to scare you. All you have to do is download the 11 Alive app. Now, are you seeing rain or stormy weather near you? We want to see it. Text us a photo or video. You can do so at 404-885-7600. We will share your photos tonight on 11 Alive and on our digital footprint, as we like to say in this business as well. The other big story tonight, Governor Kemp has signed that controversial election bill. He signed Senate Bill 202. It includes provisions that would add new restrictions on voting by mail and gives the legislature greater control over how elections are run.
With Senate Bill 202, Georgia will take another step toward ensuring our elections are secure, accessible, and fair.
The 95-page bill requires an ID number like a driver's license to apply for an absentee ballot. It cuts off absentee ballot applications 11 days prior to an election. It limits the number of absentee ballot drop boxes, and it allows the state to take control of what it calls underperforming local election systems. Democrats and voting rights groups complain the bill will impact and disenfranchise voters of color. House Democratic leader James Beverly told Doug Richards it was a terrible day and a bunch of lies were told. The mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, tweeted shortly after the governor's statement. She believes and says the passage of SB 202 is deeply disappointing. This divisive bill is unnecessary and is designed to suppress voter turnout in communities of color and other minority groups. It is shameless to change the rules of the game simply because you lost. As Governor Kemp was talking about 202, State Representative Park Cannon was outside the governor's ceremonial office. Cannon is a Democrat representing East Atlanta, knocking on the office door during the governor's live address. Video shows state troopers arresting her, taking her out of the Capitol. The governor cut short his live comments during the commotion. Tonight, the State Patrol says they warned Representative Cannon she was creating a disturbance and to stop knocking on the door. They say she faces 2 charges, obstruction of law and enforcement and disrupting General Assembly business. All right, now the very latest on COVID-19 in Georgia. Tonight, 8 million people in the state able to get a COVID-19 shot, and those eligible to get the shot expands to anybody 16 or older. However, there are a select few who have been vaccinated for more than 6 months. The Georgians who paved the way participated in COVID-19 vaccine trials last year and recently found out if they received a placebo or the vaccine. Here's Joe Hankey, who talked with one of them tonight.
In September of 2020, we met Ashley Neely after she received her second of 2 shots in the Pfizer vaccine trials. But she did not know if she received the vaccine or a placebo. In February, she found out.
I was acting like I had the vaccine because I thought I did face a side effect. So it was definitely a sigh of relief to know I've been vaccinated now for 6 months.
Neely only felt minor side effects shortly after being vaccinated and now is a source of info for friends and family.
I've been feeling healthy. I've been feeling fine. A lot of people reach out to me and ask me how I'm feeling. And I tell them, I got the vaccine 6 months ago and still feel the same way.
For Neely, the trial is ongoing. She uses an app to log and monitor for any COVID-19 symptoms as Pfizer gathers gathers long-term data. Last September, Black Georgians made up a quarter of COVID cases, but only 7% of Pfizer trial participants were Black. That is why Neely participated.
Dr. Fauci said that the vaccine couldn't be produced without Black Americans participating. So based on the history that we've had with medical racism, I felt comfortable participating to make sure that we had representation in the trial.
And now, 6 months later and feeling great, her experience is influencing some of her friends who last year were hesitant.
So I have a lot of friends in my timeline that are eligible now for the vaccine that have been posting their, as they call it, vaccine selfies and tagging me in posts. So I am happy to see that people are getting vaccinated.
And Neely tells me now knowing she is in fact vaccinated gives her a sense of relief. So recently she took her first flight in over a year for a quick vacation. She's also meeting up with some of her friends who have also been vaccinated. But other than that, for now, she says she's still playing it safe.
11 Alive is here to help you navigate the vaccination process, from tracking who is eligible to finding appointments. It's all on our website, 11alive.com, or we can send a link directly to your phone. Simply text the word vaccines to the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. And a look at the live radar right now. Our storm tracker team, led by Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb, will have an update to let you know what we can expect and how things are rapidly evolving.
That just popped up here.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from.
I'm meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Storm Trackers, and we continue to track those storms that are moving through parts of the North Metro area and now right along the I-85 corridor here. The good news is that severe thunderstorm warning that was supposed to expire at 10:15 expired a little bit earlier up in Cherokee County and in Forsyth County. So that storm has weakened a little bit. It's no longer classified as severe, but it still has some winds 40 to 50 miles an hour. It had some small hail with it, and you can see all this heavy rain that is moving through Gwinnett right now, and all the lightning here in parts of Forsyth County, southern Dawson County, moving into Hall County. Good coverage of that heavy rain here. Thunder and lightning pushing over into Jackson, also into parts of Banks County. But there you see that band of very heavy rain moving through Lawrenceville right now. Thunder and lightning with that, and then more of this back into Cobb County and North Fulton, Central Fulton, moving into DeKalb County. This has some thunder and lightning with it too, but again, that good news is no longer a severe thunderstorm warning with this, but still a lot of lightning in association with this. We have about 93 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes from that storm system on the north side, and also some of this in the metro area. Here in town, we have bands of heavy rain. Here in Midtown, we've been hearing some of that on our roof as these storms have been moving through. We just had that one move over us now. We have more out I-20. And then here you can see on the north end of the perimeter, there in parts of Cobb County up 75, some of that heavier rain moving through too. Now we have additional storms in Alabama. It kind of got a little quieter in Alabama for a while, but it's starting to ramp up a little bit more. We have severe thunderstorms here along I-59. That is west of Rome. That would move up potentially into Dade and Walker County with some of the heavier rain. Also keeping a close eye on this south of Birmingham, getting closer to Cleburne, actually Randolph County and Cleburne County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning and has just been elevated to a tornado warning there south of the Birmingham area. So we'll keep watching to see if that holds together into Cleburne and Randolph or potentially over into parts of West Georgia in a little while. If that does ramp up to a tornado warning, we will have to break into programming there on 11 Alive. And then additional storms. This is the actual front near Nashville in Tennessee. We did have numerous tornado warnings with this. Now one severe thunderstorm warning with that east of Nashville as that continues pushing our way. And until that moves through, we're not going to be able to call the all clear. And we don't think that's going to be until early tomorrow morning when these storms move east and also weaken through the area. The main threat that we're dealing with is all that heavy rain. And Sam, we've had a lot of reports of flooding and even some water rescues in parts of northwest Georgia. Let me show you this video. This is the video that came in from Rydal, Georgia. This is from one of our 11 Alive community storm trackers there. I don't have the name right in front of me. I want to make sure I give them credit. Jameson. The Jameson sent this to us here, and that is that funnel cloud that did produce potentially a tornado up in North Georgia with that storm moving through the Rydal area. So thank you for sending that to us. Now let's get to Sam with that threat for flooding over a lot of northwest Georgia.
Absolutely. That threat continues here as we've seen so much rain moving in tonight, some amounts topping out over 5 inches here in Chattooga County and through Floyd County, even into Bartow County, here just south of Pine Log, near 75, almost 5.5 inches of rain this evening. And a lot of that came in a very short period of time. So just a lot of runoff on the roadways. Of course, the storm sewers can only hold so much, so they overflow into the roadways. And then it makes it treacherous at night to drive through floodwaters. You just don't know how deep it is. So that's where you always hear that phrase, turn around, don't drown. It really means something when you're in it. And I think sometimes when we're in the mindset we need to get to work, we need to get somewhere, it's like, well, I just need to drive through this and it'll all be good. But it's not always good. That it is a real killer, and it's a real threat tonight here across northwest Georgia. So that flash flood warning is in place until the early morning hours here across parts of North Georgia and in the late evening. So in Cherokee County, stretching up to Union County, that flash flood warning, that means flooding is occurring right now. Flooding is imminent in some of these areas, and it is really the greatest risk for the most widespread piece of real estate here, Chris, across northwest Georgia tonight. That flood risk is real.
It really is, with that very heavy rain and then more of those bands of rain coming through too. This is a live look at our tower cam here in Gwinnett County. I know it looks dark. As a matter of fact, take this full screen and you can get a better look at what we're watching, where you see the lights there in the parking lot at the Infinite Energy Arena and the Chamber of Commerce. We've been watching this because we have been seeing a lot of lightning here in the sky from those storms that continue to move on through. Here's our future radar for the rest of the evening hours tonight and overnight. There are the storms that you see right there over near Duluth, moving through parts of Hall County. This stretches back over into Alabama with that additional round of storms coming through. Here's our QR code. Point your camera from your phone to that QR code and it'll help you download our app, and you can keep up with the weather as it tracks through tonight. Here you can see those storms pushing through tonight. This is at 2 in the morning. Still some of those with some heavy rain moving over to the east and then finally weakening through the overnight hours, and toward tomorrow morning things are going to be a lot calmer and a lot quieter. And we'll see a lower rain chance here on Friday, highs near 76, up to 80 on Saturday with a few scattered showers mainly on the north side. Then on Sunday, watching some showers move through with highs near 71. Monday looks like the best day at 10 on the wazometer, a little cooler at 67. Then the rain chances back up to 30 to 40% Wednesday and Thursday, cooling back down to 60 degrees by Thursday. Take a look at your weather wow moment. This is from Robin Lee in Calhoun. The heavy rain that was coming through causing the flooding a little bit earlier there in parts of Gordon County. So that just goes to show how some of those low-lying areas can collect some of that water. We've been getting great reports, videos, and pictures from our 11 Alive storm trackers. We would love for you to be part of that group. On Facebook, just search 11 Alive storm trackers. Ask to become a member of the group and answer the membership questions. We'll let you in, and you can be a part of this exclusive local weather community.
Still to come, the state troopers who acted quickly and arrested the man charged in the Metro Atlanta spa shooting, sharing what it was like to get him off the streets.
Connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
We're hearing for the first time from the sheriff and state troopers who helped capture the suspect in the Metro Atlanta spa shootings. Robert Aaron Long, accused of killing 8 people. Paolo Suro shares what the sheriff and troopers said was going through their minds as they took him into custody.
Hours after the 3 Metro Atlanta spa shootings, Robert Aaron Long was captured on I-75 South in Crisp County.
He began to slow his speed, failed to maintain his lane, pretty much going lane to lane. So that tells us he was looking at his mirror and he kind of probably knew what was going on there.
Georgia state troopers and Crisp County deputies working quickly to arrest the 21-year-old. After spotting his Hyundai on the interstate, Trooper First Class Travis Pollock says he used a pit maneuver to force Long to stop. A tactic Pollock says caught the suspect by surprise.
We knew he was armed at the time and more than likely still armed. So that's why we wanted to be at a tactical advantage.
Then GSP Corporal Alan Parker says he directed Long to get out of his vehicle. He allegedly didn't react for about 45 seconds.
30 to 45 seconds, it seemed like a long, and it is normally a long time.
Especially because they suspected Long could be armed. Authorities said they later discovered a gun that was sitting on his passenger seat.
There's multiple things going on with the multiple officers to make sure that we're safe and that traffic that has stopped a few hundred feet behind us are safe in case, we should have to use our weapons.
Parker says Long complied with authorities and was handcuffed and taken to Crisp County Jail.
But he makes an utterance as he's getting out of the car. to the effect, is this where I'll be the rest of my life? And he's talking about the jail as he's walking in.
We've reached out to Long's attorney for comment and haven't heard back. Authorities say their quick actions and joint efforts likely helped prevent more deaths that day.
All right, a look at that radar again. More storms tracked through Alabama, heading toward us in Georgia. We will have more on the timing and outlook for you when we come back.
People had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive Storm Trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For Storm Trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This
10:30 now, and we are staying on top of severe weather tonight. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb and Meteorologist Samantha Moore tracking the storms for us.
Yeah, just watching these storms not only over metro Atlanta right now, but additional storms back in Alabama that are producing tornado warnings. The Weather Service just now kind of telling us, you know, if that holds together, it may trigger some warnings over in West Georgia in a little while. But let me break down for you what's happening right now, where we have in Atlanta some rain around. It's heavier here on the north side from North Fulton through Gwinnett County, moving over into parts of Barrow County right here, also into Jackson County. Heavy rain in Hall County with thunder and lightning with that. That moves over into parts of Banks County, too. Continuing to move over to the east. These storms earlier were producing severe thunderstorms. They've weakened below what we would classify as severe storms now. Still, though, winds 40 to 50 miles an hour. A lot of heavy rain and thunder and lightning with these. We have about 93 lightning strikes with that in the past 15 minutes. In Atlanta, some light rain still with us. We have some breaks from some of those pockets of heavier rain that came through earlier. We're watching a few things back in Alabama. This one, up Interstate 59 there in Alabama, that's about to cross into Dade and Walker County. Severe thunderstorm warning with that. That's going to bring some heavy rain even into parts of Chattooga County, Dade and Walker County. This is the one down here, and I want to zoom in a little bit tighter here to this one that we're going to have to really watch, that has a tornado warning with it near Sylacauga and also Alexander City in Alabama, where we have this tornado warning that's in effect. We have Randolph County right here, which is one of the counties we're responsible for, also Cleburne County. If that rotation holds together, they may extend this warning over into Randolph potentially, maybe even into areas of West Georgia. I want folks in Carroll County, Heard County, and Troup County to really keep a close eye on this if that holds together and maintains that rotation there to potentially move into West Georgia. And then more storms. This is the actual front back here in Tennessee where we have severe thunderstorm warnings. We did have some tornado warnings with that. So this is what we still have to watch move through overnight and in the morning. And until that clears, we're going to see that potential for some of these strong storms around. Now, Sam, let's take a look at what we're watching out there with meteorologist Samantha Moore, where we have that tornado watch that was canceled for parts of northwest Georgia, but now it's been added back in. Could be kind of confusing for people, but you've got an explanation.
It is, yes. The National Weather Service, our radar operator out there, Stephen Nelson, just explaining that the severe thunderstorm warning that's just west here of Chattooga and Floyd County, that's the reason why they have added these counties in far northwest Georgia, Chattooga, Walker, Dade, into Floyd County. That's why they've added them back in, because this severe thunderstorm has given them enough concern where they feel like there still could be some rotation associated with it. There is a tornado possible, so they've added them back in just to be on the safe side here. And this tornado watch area, which extends all across northwest Georgia, down into Harris County, over to Henry County, up to Clark County, and then on up to Union County. This whole area, including the Atlanta metropolitan area, is under that tornado watch until around 2 a.m. So until then, we're just not going to be able to give the all clear. So we're going to have to continue to be on guard for any tornadoes that could form here in some of these thunderstorms. So the rain is also a major concern. Like we've been saying, the rainfall amounts here in this area associated with some of these severe thunderstorms has just been incredible. Some spots getting over 5 inches of rainfall, and everything just gets clogged up. The streets flood, and they've had numerous water rescues here. There's been reports of businesses that have gotten flooded as a result of this inundating flood water. So we're going to be concerned about this whole area, as there's a lot more rain to come here associated with these strong to severe thunderstorms. So we're going to have to continue to watch that. And that's why there's a flash flood warning in place for this area from Cedartown up into Rome, into Dalton, Blairsville, including Blue Ridge and Ellijay, into Cherokee County here, Canton included there. So just bear that in mind, that is one of the big threats out there tonight, is that flood threat, because it's just so dangerous, Chris. At night, you just cannot tell how deep that water is. So it's best just to find higher ground.
And we're going to keep watching those storms. Again, that front still well out to the west. That'll keep moving through our area tonight. Here's a live look from our tower cam in Gwinnett, where we still have a lot of heavy rain moving through right now. You can see the water on the lens there, kind of diffusing that look of the lights there on the parking lot. Stay with us. We're going to keep watching this and those additional storms in Alabama that have prompted tornado warnings there. We'll keep a track on that rotation there, and if any warnings are issued in West Georgia, we'll have more for you coming up.
Thanks, Chris. The Biden administration says it will spend $10 billion to get COVID shots to low-income and underserved and rural communities. That is one of 3 headlines that we are following tonight as part of its effort to expand access. The Department of Health and Human Services will dedicate $6 billion to community health centers to expand COVID testing, vaccination efforts, and treatment. The administration plans to partner with dialysis clinics to target kidney patients, which the White House notes affects racial and ethnic minorities. AstraZeneca is making a correction to its vaccine effectiveness days after being accused of including outdated data in its U.S. trial study. The company now says the coronavirus vaccine is 76% effective in preventing disease and 100% effective against severe or critical disease or the need for hospitalization. Pfizer launching a trial studying its coronavirus vaccine in children ages 6 months to 11. Pfizer says the first phase will enroll 144 children, and it will test 3 different dosages of the vaccine. Phase 2 and 3 will evaluate the vaccine's safety and effectiveness, and it will include roughly 4,500 children in the United States and Europe. The vaccine is authorized for emergency use in people ages 16 and older. President Biden held his first formal news conference today, doubling down on how many vaccine shots he now expects in his first 100 days in office. Here's NBC's Kristen Welker.
At his first press conference since taking office, President Biden laying out a new target for COVID vaccinations, 200 million shots in his first 100 days.
I know it's ambitious, twice our original goal, but no other country in the world has even come close, not even close to what we are doing. I believe we can do it.
But with more than 130 million shots already administered, the U.S. is on pace to beat that benchmark. Still, administration officials stress hitting that target will require vaccinating people in hard-to-reach communities quickly. The president faced a flurry of questions about some of the most pressing issues, including the surge of migrants at the southern border.
I guess I should be flattered. People are coming because I'm the nice guy. It happens every single solitary year.
But his own DHS secretary says the administration is bracing for a surge not seen in 20 years, with nearly 5,000 children currently being held at border facilities, most longer than the law allows.
The idea that I'm going to say, which I would never do, if an unaccompanied child ends up at the border, we're just going to let them starve to death and stay on the other side. No previous administration did that either, except Trump. I'm not going to do it.
And while the administration let our cameras into one detention center, we pressed the president. When will the public see what is happening at the centers that are overcrowded? Will you commit to transparency on this?
I will commit to transparency. And as soon as I am in a position to be able to implement what we're doing right now. So this is being set up, and you'll have full access to everything once we get this thing moving.
President Biden reversed some controversial Trump-era policies on his first day in office, including scrapping one that mandated migrants wait in Mexico while their asylum claims are processed. Tonight, insisting he has no regrets. Did you move too quickly to roll back some of the executive orders of your predecessor?
First of all the policies are underway. We're not helping at all. I make no apologies for that.
Mr. Biden, who has an ambitious agenda from new gun restrictions to immigration reform and climate change, left the door open to getting rid of the filibuster, which requires a 60-vote margin in the Senate to pass bills.
And if we have to, if there's complete lockdown and chaos as a consequence of the filibuster, then we'll have to go beyond what I'm talking about.
The president flashing anger when asked about Republican efforts to limit voting rights.
What I'm worried about is how un-American this whole initiative is. It's sick. It's sick.
And Mr. Biden, who is the oldest president in history at 78, swatting away questions about whether he plans to seek re-election.
You haven't set up a re-election campaign yet, as your predecessor had by this time.
My predecessor needed to. My predecessor. Oh, God, I miss him. No, the answer is yes. My plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. The storm trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun. Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up. Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee. Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP.
Still tracking those showers and thunderstorms moving through right now. We do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings in the metro area at this hour. We do have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here in northwest Georgia, including Chattooga County, Walker County, parts of Catoosa County, also Whitfield County. With this storm in northwest Georgia coming out of Alabama, moving up toward the north and east, the main threats with this storm right now are bands of heavy rain, 40 and 50-mile-an-hour winds with this. I'm just getting a couple of new things here. Additional flood warnings and flash flooding over northwest Georgia as well. That storm moves to the north and east. This is going to be in effect this morning until about 11 o'clock tonight for Catoosa, Chattooga, Walker, and also Whitfield counties as that moves up toward the north. Now, these storms did produce severe thunderstorm warnings over in Cherokee County earlier, parts of Forsyth County and parts of North Fulton. That's moving to the east, still strong, not classified as severe though. We have bands of heavy rain in North Hall with a lot of thunder and lightning. stretching down into North Gwinnett, also into Barrow County, Jackson County, bands of heavy rain and thunder and lightning there with those storms too. That continues to move over toward the east through the rest of Jackson County. That'll be moving into Athens in a little while with some heavy rain and also some thunder and lightning. In Atlanta, mainly light rain here in our area now, but we still aren't finished with that threat for stronger storms. You can see here back into Alabama, more heavy storms here coming in closer to Floyd, also into Polk Polk County. This one has been really interesting to watch here. Let me zoom in just a little bit tighter to that. We did have a tornado warning with that cell right there near Alexander City. We were really keeping an eye on that to see if that rotation was going to hold together and potentially impact Randolph County. As of this point, it has weakened, and they canceled the tornado warning part with that, but they still have a severe thunderstorm warning with that over in Alabama. Now, I'm talking about that stuff in Alabama because this just goes to show you what we're watching here. Still the potential for those storms coming into West Georgia to trigger severe thunderstorm warnings, or even the potential for some rotation with that. And then more of these storms still up in parts of Tennessee, moving into North Alabama. This is the actual front that's going to be coming in during the overnight hours, and so until that passes, we're still going to have that potential for some of these stronger storms to move on through. Meteorologist Samantha Moore joins us now. Sam, you've been really studying those flood warnings and some of the impacts of all this high water over parts of North Georgia.
Yeah, those flooded roadways are being reported. Water rescues are being reported. Complete washout of Wright Mill Road in Fannin County at Georgia 76. We have also all lanes are closed on Georgia 140, and that's in Floyd County, Georgia 140 and Buttram Road. So just numerous reports of road closures. If you come across a closed road, you're urged to find higher ground and not to drive through that wash, because you don't know how deep that water is, and you want to be around tomorrow morning to be with your family. So it's a good idea to turn around, don't drown. Flash flood warnings in place here all across North Georgia and over into really from Rome, Floyd County, down to Cedartown, over to Cherokee County, up to Union County. So we're still going to have to deal with that during the overnight hours with all this rain that has come in. Here are our rain estimates, our Doppler radar estimates here, and you can see we've had over 5 inches in Chattooga County, Floyd County, into Bartow County, as well as in Fannin County. We've had incredible amounts of rain, and we still have more rain to come, more waves of rain coming in. So that flood risk is ongoing, and it will continue through the early morning hours here at least. And this latest rain moving in to Northwest Georgia, these latest storms, that's why the Storm Prediction Center added in all those other counties back into that tornado watch, Chris, overnight with that recent development coming out of eastern Alabama into Northwest Georgia. They went ahead and added them to the tornado watch, and of course we're going to be on guard through about 2 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of you up in Northwest Georgia that was kind of confusing because they allowed part of that watch to expire at 9. The rest of the area was in effect until 2, but then they added those counties back in there to Northwest Georgia. So we're still watching that severe weather threat. Here's the forecast track. As a matter of fact, take a look at this on the bigger picture, and you can see that forecast track as these storms roll on through tonight. We're watching those bands of heavy rain still. This is 2 in the morning for parts of North Georgia into metro Atlanta, over on the west side too, crossing through Atlanta, maybe 4 in the morning. Some of those bands still with heavy rain with them, and thunder and lightning pushing away, and watching the potential still for that rotation, and then finally clearing out during the early morning hours tomorrow, where things will get a little bit quieter during the day tomorrow too. So here's what we're watching. It'll warm back up to 76 tomorrow afternoon. 40% chance for a few of those showers around as they exit the area. On Saturday, scattered showers, highs near 80, and then 71 Sunday with some of the rain around. And Monday looks like the best day, a 10 on the wasometer, partly cloudy skies, a little cooler at 67. Then a 20% chance for showers Tuesday, back to a 30 to 40% chance Wednesday and Thursday. Warm Wednesday at 75, and then cooling off to only 60 degrees for a high on Thursday.
NBA trade deadline, and the Hawks made a move, but it did not involve John Collins. He is staying here. That's what he wanted, but they have added a familiar face.
6-man winner 3 times. I'm starting to realize that people don't want me to do that no more. Now they want me to do something else. But that's my lane, that's my legacy. So we'll keep winning them until we can no more.
The Hawks must believe that he can keep playing. They acquired Lou Williams in a trade with the Clippers for Rajon Rondo. He is a former Hawk and South Gwinnett alum. Here are 3 things you should know about Williams. He played for the Hawks for 2 seasons. You remember that, but a knee injury kept him from playing a lot in his first season. He helped the Hawks continue their string of playoff appearances, but was traded before the team's deep playoff runs. A young Dennis Schroeder would take his place. Williams was drafted by Philadelphia out of South Gwinnett High School in 2005. and he still goes back every year to host youth basketball camps. In January 2020, members of the Clippers visited with Williams as the school dedicated the basketball court in his name. And that is not the only thing named after Lou Williams. Williams has lemon pepper wings named after him at the Gentlemen's Club, Magic City. What is that club? What is that about? I'm unfamiliar with that. Last season, Williams in some hot water for visiting this place called Magic City with the rapper Jack Harlow. While away from the NBA bubble, he had to miss games and quarantine after that trip. On the court, Williams adds depth. He has a 3-time Sixth Man of the Year award winner, and his minutes and numbers are down, but still averaging about 12 points off the bench and just surpassed 15,000 career points. So we'll see if he helps out the Hawks. Let's hope so. Georgia Tech basketball on to 2021, but that is hard to do. Seniors are waiting on draft grades and deciding if they want to return for their extra year of eligibility allowed because of the pandemic. Only Bubba Parham has decided, and he is returning. Head coach Josh Pastner can't do the same thing at the same level of recruiting. We're going to interrupt this sportscast right now. We have more important stuff to talk about. Chris, a very late update now.
Yeah, we have a new tornado warning in effect that is just over the Georgia line into Randolph County, Alabama. That is one of the counties that we are responsible for here at 11 Alive. This is a tornado, a storm that is producing a potential tornado here for Randolph County. It is located near Goldville, Alabama, or 12 miles northeast of Alexander City, moving to the east at about 60 miles an hour. We are breaking in. Are we on 11 Alive as well? Let me know that we're on 11 Alive as well as on WATL, where we were just doing our newscast there. Sorry to interrupt Dateline, but we've got to get this in. We are responsible for this county in Alabama, and we need to let you know, for folks over in West Georgia, that this rotation so far has been holding together through parts of Randolph County, Alabama, and it's getting ready to get closer to the Georgia line right here with that tornado warning that is in effect. I want to show you what we're watching with our velocity mode. And it's hard to kind of sense it so far from the radar site. This is what we're seeing with that rotation right here that is going to be moving in from Wedowee over toward the Roanoke area. That circulation right there is holding together. It weakened for a little while ago, and now it has ramped back up, continuing to move through Randolph County. It is going to be getting closer here to Heard County in just a little while. So I'm going to take you back to regularly scheduled programming. We'll keep the crawl up on the bottom of your screen so you can see what's going on. We're going to have much more on this on Up Late coming up in just a few minutes. If you 11 Alive wants to go back to regular scheduled programming right now, we'll keep you updated as that rotation moves into Randolph County in a little bit and then extends closer to West Georgia in just a little while. So we'll take you back to Dateline on 11 Alive right now, and then on WATL we'll take you. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up. Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee. Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11 Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11 Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11 Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11 Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11 Alive.
We're quite the combo.
Weather changes can make or break your day. That's why the 11 Alive storm trackers are always watching what's coming next, delivering accessible and accurate forecasts that prepare you, not scare you. For storm trackers, only on 11 Alive.
COVID-19 is still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
Health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun. Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush,